That's the sound that I make when Tama isn't on screen.
True. Hi everyone. It's Forbidden Mystery Vault. We're back with more Shibuya Scramble, and it's me and Soul. Might have Shoko joining later. Echo is too busy doing shit in real life, which is very sad, and I blame it 100%.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, you know, it's the show. Forbidden Mystery Vault. You've been here, probably. It's the show where we play full motion video games. And we've been playing Shibuya Scramble for like 8 weeks. And we're chugging away at it. We just finished our 1 o'clock last time, I think. Or was it 3?
Did we?
No, we just... Yeah, we just finished 2 to 3. We're on 3 to 4 now. So we're getting there.
We're getting there. There's some twists and turns that have happened in the previous set.
Oh wait, we have not in fact finished 2 to 3.
Did we
I forgot.
finish anyone in this one?
We did. We finished Maria.
Maria.
Oh jeez, we haven't.
Not
Okay, never mind. Well.
We finished Maria, but we got some like really good stuff out of Kano and Osawa.
Yeah. And
You're not streaming.
Osawa, Kano, I think we could progress more because we changed Maria so that she didn't leave the cat suit behind, and that
Also,
ending
the
didn't
other
happen.
thing with Kano is that we like jumped to Osawa because we wanted to like see the other side of the phone call, I think, but then it was another keep out.
Yeah, we want to keep out. Okay. I think this is a jump to... No, that's a jump to Achi. There's no... No, yeah, that's a keep out. Do we want to do this Achi keep out?
Oh, do we have a keep? Can we break that keep out?
I think so.
I
This
didn't-
jump. We just didn't do it because we were doing Maria's story at the time.
Yeah. You should stream it to me.
Oh yeah, sure.
'Cause maybe...
It wouldn't be a Forbidden Mystery Vault stream if I didn't remember to Discord stream the game to my friends. That's literally required. I was about to go down the escalator, man.
Yeah, I feel like there's some. I'm a little interested in what's going on with the timeline because it's a little wobbly right now with the Achi because they're too close to each other.
Achi took the escalator down to the 3rd floor, and there was Hitomi standing right in the open. After he'd been searching for her high and low.
Except, there you are. I thought we were gonna be on the 2nd floor.
She stared back at him in confusion.
Ah, well. Anyway, come on. We have to go hide. Hide?
Oh yeah, that's you.
Why?
She gave him a dubious look. Achi felt like something was off. Now wasn't the time to dwell on it. Now, in fact, is the time to dwell on it.
This is because those guys might have found us. They're right outside.
He took hold of Hitomi's hand.
Hey, let go! What gives?
She quickly yanked her hand
It's a
away.
good thing Aichi's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Huh?
As Achi tried to make sense of the way she was acting, she took off down the corridor.
Hey, he told me.
He hurried after her. It was like changing her clothes, it also changed her personality.
This is so normal.
Still, he couldn't just leave her alone. Kidnappers might well be closing in. He stayed in pursuit of her, trying not to draw him too much attention.
Well, then she got away via, like, the elevator. If I recall correctly.
Yeah. He lost track of her somewhere near the elevators.
Ugh. What is her deal?
Unsure of what else he should do, he headed back down to their rendezvous point on the second floor.
Okay, okay, we were...
When he arrived, he spotted Hitomi heading down the escalator ahead of him.
He told me!
But his voice vanished in the noise of the crowd. She disappeared onto the first floor.
Oh, jeez. Damn it.
Achi rushed down the escalator.
I love these pictures of you going like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's running down
2,
an escalator.
3, 5 at a time!
He made it to the first floor and looked around. There's Hitomi, about to take a different escalator back up.
Why is she doing this?
He waved his arms to get her attention, but she didn't notice and headed right back up.
He didn't get a good enough look to notice that she was wearing a different outfit also? Down? Up?
The thing is, it's like, okay, she was going to change her clothes, but she was just gonna buy, like, a new shirt. She wasn't going to 100% change her outfit and get a strange amulet. Like...
He told me he could have had that strange amulet under the whole time. What the heck is she thinking?
Haji spit around and got on the upward escalator.
Out of my way! Come on!
He shoved people aside as he ran up the moving stairs. I'm glad how much time is being dedicated to Achi running around like an idiot.
Where is it? Tomi for real is the scary part.
He saw no sign of Tomi when he reached the second floor. He'd lost track of her completely.
Oh, come on! This is ridiculous!
Achi's shoulders slumped. He felt exhausted, but he kept up his search, scouring one floor after another until eventually he made it down to the second basement level. Did she grow too impatient waiting for Kanan? Kanan. It's Kanan. Who decided that? Kanan.
Yeah.
And gone off searching for the blue minivan again?
That's
I think I
Hitomi.
can handle myself from here. He thought back to what Hitomi had said earlier.
Damn it. She's not gonna be okay by herself.
He pounded his fist into the wall in frustration. Please stop. Oh no, that's Hitomi's voice. Please stop.
That is Hitomi!
Yeah, that is Hitomi.
Hitomi!
Achi moved faster than he could think.
Faster than he can think!
Oh, right, yeah, because they mentioned that they saw her. These gang guys.
It's so wobbly.
Achi! She called back. A pair of thugs had grabbed her by both arms. Achi stomped his way towards them.
Get your hands off of her!
Huh?
What's it to you, pal?
Older of the two, a middle-aged fellow, turned to Achi with a sneer. He looked familiar somehow.
Like we beat him up already today.
Yeah. Hitomi shook herself free of the men and ran over to Achi. It's no use trying to act tough, buddy. We're just trying to get back what we're owed. Don't make us have to get rough with you.
What, you're owed? Hitomi? Do you owe people money?
No, I don't. He just came after me and started going on about 2 million yen. She legit looked just as baffled by the situation as Achi was.
If you're gonna blame someone, blame your boss.
He gestured to his lackey. A feral gleam flashed in the young punk's eyes. It was the look of a man who couldn't resist dishing out a beatdown. Oh, hang on. Someone post beatdown. He brought up his fist and shifted his feet, shadowboxing a few quick jabs with his left hand.
Okay, dude.
He looked at Achi like the guy was an experienced boxer. Hold on. What do you mean, my boss? Say what? Yanagashita, who the hell do you think? Then his expression changed. Hey. Hold on. Are you Achi Endo?
Yeah, that's right.
Haha, well, ain't that lucky. Getting to throw down with you like this. Punk sounded pleased indeed. I've heard all sorts of rumors about you, you know. Let's see how true they are. Achi didn't like his chances in a straight-up fight with a trained boxer. What should he do?
Go for broke.
Go for broke! Had to go for broke. His best chance was to hope for an opening to deliver a low
I'm
kick.
sad. I'm
Low
sad that
kick.
I'm sad that there's no like go for broke explainer pop up.
Well,
Yeah.
instead we're getting one for a low kick.
Yeah, I don't think you could get... Well, I guess... Yeah. Kick using the foot or shin to strike the opponent in the thigh, just above the knee. In karate, this is known as Gedan Mawashi Giri. Since the legs are longer than the arms, this is an effective technique against boxers.
Yeah.
Also, hi Troko, you've joined us.
Hi, Truck.
Hi.
He needed to time it perfectly when his opponent took a step forward. Humph. With a loud breath, Thug shot out his left arm.
Now.
Achi shifted his stance and unleashed a low kick. Suddenly, the elevator doors opened right nearby. Achi and the punk both stopped in mid-attack.
Has this ever happened to you?
A miserable-looking older man stood in the elevator. At the sight of him,
Relatable, awkward moments.
at the sight of him, the punk's face went red with rage. You, Toyama!
Going up.
Man in the elevator hurriedly closed the doors. Two thugs rushed toward her, but the elevator had already begun heading back upward.
Come on, after him.
The young punk raced up the stairs.
Be a pro move. Saying going up when you're actually going down, so they go
You
up
stay
the
right
stairs.
where you are.
Yeah. He actually just closed the doors and didn't move.
There's something really funny about these two guys who, like, have decided they need to collect on two of the most, like,
Annoying deaths
squirrely
possible.
dudes ever somehow.
Yeah. It's really funny that they've really committed to capturing fucking Yanagashita and Toyama, like two
Toyama,
extremely annoying dudes.
who, on any other situation, you think would be really easy to capture, but apparently not.
Mm-hmm.
In their defense, there's got to be some bad endings where they get captured, right?
I mean, definitely, yes.
I mean, probably, but they're not main characters, so I don't know if it matters.
Stay right where you are. Then he followed after his lagging.
Well,
Why would they stay
we're
there?
not doing that. Does he really think we're dumb enough to just wait here?
Achi, I've been looking all over for you. Hitomi gave him an angry swat on the chest.
For me? What are you talking about?
You weren't waiting when you said you'd be.
Yeah, 'cause you went up to another floor.
What do you mean? I went right where you said, on the second floor.
Huh?
This wasn't quite adding up.
This wasn't quite adding up. The second floor? What are you talking about?
Soul, you're doing such a good voice, by the way.
Thank you. You went up to the third floor.
Yeah, Saul.
Oh, I
matches-
see what's. I see what's going on.
Yeah.
One of these people is counting the ground floor as the first floor, and the other
No,
one.
no, there's a twin.
There's a twin.
Oh, well,
Hitomi's
this is what I get for coming in, like for missing 2 streams and then popping back in.
Yeah, okay, I should probably update you on the situation of things.
No, it's fine.
Um,
Let me
so,
guess. Let
Tama,
me
who is in
guess.
the cat uniform, is Hitomi's twin sister Maria.
yeah.
That's the main
Oh.
important thing.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, is that Maria was in the cat costume. Like, she has amnesia, so she doesn't remember who she is, really. She remembers a few vague things, mostly about Kanan, who was another character who I don't know if you've met before, who is, like, a new character who is a assassin from the Middle East who Maria met on her trip there, and they, like, they bonded and became really close. And so Maria, it was in the cat suit, and she's like trying to recover her memories, but now she is out of the cat suit and walking around as a twin sister to Hitomi, and so Achi was chasing around her, and she didn't know who Achi was, so it was a fun. It was that was the bit. Also, the terrorists want to get Hitomi because Hitomi has the cure for a virus in her like bloodstream or whatever that they want to extract, so that they can get a lot of money? Question mark.
And also,
Just
Osawa's
like I Am
assistant,
Legend.
who is maybe also involved in the kidnapping
Yeah.
stuff.
Osawa's like assistant, who they almost had gay sex with in that one episode. That was that guy is probably evil. What else happened? Midorikawa, we haven't done
Just
much
like
with him.
Gabriel Knight 3.
Just like Gabriel Knight 3, you're right.
I bet that formula that he was working on in that beaker or whatever, I bet that turns you into a werewolf.
Kano is just solving all the mysteries and stuff. Midorikawa.
We haven't followed Minorikawa because what happened with him is that his computer exploded. So we
Yeah.
just like kind of just been like, well, surely that can't be tied to anything else that's happening. But Minorikawa is in Osawa's house right now, so who the fuck knows?
Yeah. Also, we've had a couple of FMV moments, which is fun. Also, the catsuit that Tama was wearing is actually a cyborg catsuit, and that's revealed
What?
at one point. In a bad ending that we got last stream, it's revealed that the catsuit that Tama was wearing is a prototype cat's suit, which is a, like, super armor, prototype super armor suit, and
Yeah.
in that
You know how it
bad
is.
ending, it explodes, and then they get sent to another dimension.
Oh, okay, so it's a joke ending.
Yeah,
it's a
but
joke.
it's still, it's true in my heart.
This game goes places. It really escalates, you know.
Yeah.
Also, how long has this game been?
A lot of streams.
We've been at it a while.
We've been at it a while. This is like, we're on hour 2 to 3 p.m. and we were like, wait, I'd say about 2/3 of the way through this hour. And then we have, the game ends at 8, I believe. That's my hypothesis, anyway. Okay. No, I didn't.
Wait, what? None of this makes any sense.
Telling me.
Hachi felt like his brain was getting scrambled. Shibuya scrambled.
Shibuya scrambled.
I know how that feels.
Well,
Anyway, at least I found you safe and sound.
please interrogate this situation more,
Please.
Hachi.
Please think about this. Hitomi, you were the Hitomi, you got the brains, please.
Yeah.
So she's out of the catsuit now.
Yeah.
I thought that would never happen. How did she get out? That's the only thing I care about.
she just broke the suit open.
Yeah, like the suit
Because it was broken.
the suit was already broken, and like the zipper had like fallen open, and so she went to the like thrift store to buy an amulet, and then she was like,
So this must have been right after the last time I saw her.
yeah, and so she went to the thrift store to buy an amulet, and then the thrift store guy was like, "That suit's basically coming off. You want to take it off?" And then she did, and then it's revealed in an FMV sequence who she is. Also, if you take the catsuit off before that scene, you get a keep out, and then one of the other plot lines has the assassin, like an assassin walks in wearing Tama's catsuit and with like blood leaking from the mouth.
Yeah, you
Oh, that rules.
Yeah. Tama's catsuit causes a lot of bad ends if you dispose of it improperly.
Yeah, it turns out it's really useful to have a mascot costume that anyone can wear and you don't know who's under it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they invented fursuits.
Yeah.
For assassination purposes.
What's with those clothes?
Hitomi's new outfit was completely different from the clothes she had on earlier.
Think about it, please!
I tried on a few things, but wound up deciding on this.
You tried other stuff on?
Oh
Oh,
my
okay.
God.
That explains it.
No! At least nothing sort of made
At least
sense.
nothing sort of. Okay. That's nice, you know.
What is?
Wait,
Your clothes, I mean. They look good on you.
What are you saying wait about, Troka?
oh my, I swear that the mandolin melody in the background here was literally America the Beautiful for a couple seconds, and then it diverted. But it literally hit an amber waves of grain, the beautiful. It literally hit those note sequences and then went somewhere else. Came in at a different way, exited a different way.
That's fine. Thank you. Heh. Wow, I'm actually blushing now.
Kind of made me blush to say it.
Hachi and Hitomi shyly avoided each other's eyes, completely ignoring the situation that they're in.
Oh,
actually...
so hey. Do you still have that magazine?
Oh, right. Yeah, this one that I'm carrying right in front of me that you can see. I was going to just throw it away, but I couldn't.
How come?
I haven't been able to find the right kind of receptacle.
Yeah, we love
Newspaper-
environmentalism.
Newspapers and magazines are supposed to be kept separate from normal trash, right? Till we scan their surroundings for a suitable bin.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
You're thinking about proper recycling now of all times?
Is that weird?
Oh, I'm in trouble. I think you might just be perfect.
Oh, he's such a dweeb. He like.
Well,
He's-
hey, wait a second. Wasn't he introduced as a recycling guy?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why he's like, you're so perfect right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's
Aw,
swooning.
This is so sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet. It's like he's swooning over her wanting to recycle properly. Thought you found yourself blushing even harder now. This is so sweet. They're so stupid. God bless. I think
This is Yanagashita. Cholka, give your...
Yanagashita is back.
The Afro guy.
Got it. I yelled. Didn't that come through?
Nope.
Fuck. How does this happen? What is Discord doing to me?
You
It's-
yelled
it's-
too emphatically.
It's trying to
Too
stop
good.
you.
Try what?
It's trying to stop you.
Tama! That come through?
That one came through, yeah. Yeah!
The sketchy-looking fellow who'd given her the magazine was scampering down the stairs toward them.
Great. The
I've
weirdo's
forgotten
back.
what voice I was doing. This wasn't the super American guy, right?
No. You will know when you got Jack Stanley back.
Yeah, this guy was, like, kind of, like, very flamboyant, and also, like, a guy who keeps... This guy's character is that he...
I remember the character. I don't remember the voice I was doing. That's what I need to remember.
I think you were doing a pretty flamboyant one, if I remember correctly, but I couldn't, like, do it, because it was very powerful.
Right, okay.
The man ignored him, though, and leaned in close to Hitomi.
Woo!
You do still have it!
He snatched the magazine from Hitomi's hands.
Yes! This one hasn't been scratched off yet!
Yeah, that was pretty... You're getting there. The man hunkered down on the floor and began scratching away at a scratch card stapled into the centerfold.
Wait! Don't let him have that!
I love this image. Like,
everything's colliding.
Another man came swooping out of nowhere and yanked the magazine away. It was the older fellow who had appeared in the elevator minutes before.
No, I think he really did just close the door and open it again. You can't do that! It's mine!
Sketchy-looking man clutched at the opening cover.
Let's go!
No way!
I said let go!
And I said no way!
The two were fighting right in front of the exit, keeping Ashi and Hitomi from leaving.
How'd you like this?
The older man shouted, scratching away haphazardly at the ticket.
Now it's just a worthless scrap of paper!
Yes!
Oh, okay, you were getting cut out again.
You mean my 100,000 yen?
Then the middle-aged fellow looked back down at the ticket.
What are the odds?
Somehow, in his random scratching, he'd happened to land himself a winner. I think this is probably gonna get you.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Give it!
No way!
Two men took off, engaged in a running battle for the ticket.
This is just like My Name is Earl.
Okay.
The fucking music.
What was the deal with those two?
I'm not sure. Hachi and Hitomi could only stand there, dumbfounded.
I think I remembered how to do this voice. This guy is like, he's the extremely boisterous, craven, dumb guy.
Yeah, he's... Oh, you mean...
Yeah.
Achi or...
No, that's how you...
No.
Yeah.
That's how I do the Afro guy voice.
Yeah.
On the other hand, hey, look at the time. It's almost 3.
Two headed hurriedly for the Gigo back entrance. But they just locked those down. That happened in the last episode. Just as they were nearing the doors, the shutters dropped down in front of them.
Whoa! What gives?
Due to maintenance, all entrances other than the main entrance on the first floor have been closed. We apologize for the inconvenience. Customers wishing to leave, please use the main entrance on the first floor. Archie glared at the loudspeaker. Looked like there was no exit through the back after all.
I've got a really bad preposition about this.
You mean premonition. Tell me he'd gotten quicker to butt in with their corrections. Holding on to their premonitions, then, the two hurried their way up the stairwell. As Hitomi tried to head out the first floor entryway, Archie yanked her back.
Careful.
What's the matter?
It's that guy.
Huh? Hitomi's expression stiffened. Slipping behind a nearby pillar, Archie pointed to the man with the cane, who was keenly eyeing shoppers as they came and went.
Well, this bites. No way we're getting out with him here.
Archie.
That's me, yeah. Archie.
Yeah.
Hitomi whispered in his ear. Behind us. Oh my god. Archie glanced back and saw the two goons walking in their direction.
Uh-oh.
If those two caused a scene like before, the assassin would have noticed them for sure. Aha! The younger punk had spotted them. Damn it.
Damn it.
Gritting his teeth. Buggish pair let out a teensy squeak, and then darted off in a different direction, vanishing from view.
What?
Because they just got beaten up by
Yeah, are
fucking
they
Maria.
scared of Maria? What the heck? Hmm?
Archie and Hitomi watched them go, unsure what to make of the sudden retreat.
Well, anyway,
No.
now we can try to find another way out.
Taking Hitomi by the hand, he headed back into the shopping area. Back entrance was on the first floor. That was a no-go. The other emergency exits were also locked in, which meant that the main entrance on the first floor really was the only choke point in or out. It's almost time for them to meet Kane. They needed to find some way to bust out of here. The pair headed back toward the main entrance. Then they saw the man with the cane again, heading in their direction. He hadn't seen them yet, but there was no way they'd avoid him if they didn't do something quick.
Guess for now we've got to go up.
They started racing up the nearest escalator, which was descending from above. Wait, they're going up a down escalator?
My bad. Coming through. Yeah, it seems like
That
they are.
is so Archie.
That's so Archie. Sorry, please excuse us. They fought and shoved their way past a stream of people riding in the other direction. They could see the second floor now. Archie figured they'd be in the clear once they got there.
Oh, fuck!
Then a large woman appeared at the top of the escalator, heading down.
Oh, God!
She was the one who'd been in the Chinese restaurant on the 4th floor. The one who'd supposedly packed an entire buffet into her belly. She was wide enough that Archie and Shoei would never be able to slip past her. Hey, out of the way!
Hey, out of the way!
But the young woman ignored it.
This is like the immovable rock.
Archie tried to push past, but he just bounced off her. But they were drifting inevitably back down toward the first floor. Why'd you go up the down escalator?
Get on the rail.
Like
You literally are.
It was like the riding a conveyor belt that was delivering them right to the assassin.
You literally are. That's what the escalator is.
Yeah, you did put yourself on this belt.
Oh no! If it's not the consequences of my own
Fucking close
decision.
up the jury.
This was not good. They didn't do something soon. They'd... Wait a sec. Something must have caught the assassin's eye. Achi saw him suddenly rush outside. There was no telling what had just happened, but now there was a chance to escape. Achi and Utomi raced out the door. Right, yeah, because Maria got...
We made it out, but it only costs the fact that that guy is now trying to shoot Maria.
Yay!
Yay!
Outside, the man with the cane was nowhere to be seen.
Looks like we're safe.
Achi let out a sigh. This is probably Kanan, who was Echo,
For now.
Kanan's woman.
Yeah, she's a assassin from the Middle East. She's like she's a badass epic girl.
Badass and awesome and epic, yeah.
For now. Keep your eyes open. I'm sorry if I'm not capturing the iconic... Oh, I see.
Yeah, you see her and you're like, yeah, I understand. Sudden words made the two turn at the start. Also, yeah, it's fine. Echo, like, we're swapping voice actors fairly regularly because, I mean, like, Echo...
Except for me and...
Yeah, we're scrolling out. Kanan was standing right behind him. She'd gotten this close, and neither of them had noticed a thing. She moved with all the skill of an assassin.
Again,
chill.
Very literal metaphor.
They don't know she's an assassin, which is funny. Is this the end of the... I think this is probably going to be continued.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, do we want to...
I want to go to Minorikawa.
Alright, let's...
Well, I mean, we should probably finish off Kano.
Yeah, let's finish off Kano so that we can hear the glorious Choka Jack Stanley voice again.
Yeah, I've missed Choka Jack Stanley.
Yeah, it's way better than anything I've been doing.
Aw, thank you.
I'm making the arrest. Oh no, that's Sasayama.
I'm making the arrest!
There's a note of courage in Sasayama's voice. He came into view on the monitor, walking casually. At some point, he ditched his anime nerd costume for a street dancer's getup. It didn't appear that Al-Karawan had noticed him yet. Bit by bit, Sasayama closed the distance. Not much further now. Kano's hand balled into a fist as he watched. And then something unexpected happened. Another man came running into view, right in the middle of the monitor. Teruo Toyama! While searching for Hana at Shibuya Gigo, he was located by a duo of debt collectors and fled the scene. Hana left Gigo to find him, and ran into him here in Macho. The pair are heading toward Koendori, trying to find a place to hide.
I'm glad it is clear that Hana and him have returned to being a unit again, because I was really worried when Hana just vanished.
Yeah. There's no sound, but they could see that the newcomer was shouting something. As Al-Karawan turned to look at the man, Sasayama launched himself like a bullet for a gun. In an instant, Detective and Perp were locked in a violent scuffle right there on the street. Kano swallowed a lump in his throat as he watched the struggle unfold. Earlier in the day, Al-Karawan had done a number on Sasayama, but this time, the detective had the upper hand. He got a grip on Al-Karawan's neck and kneed him repeatedly. Jesus Christ! Al-Karawan tried desperately to bring Sasayama to the ground, but Sasayama braced himself and avoided the takedown. Then he shifted his stance and took Al-Karawan to the pavement with a spectacular hip throw. Jesus.
Whoa!
Yes! Kano clapped his hands together in excitement. Catching the perp in a scarf hold, Sasayama got out his handcuffs. A technique in judo involves wrapping an arm around the opponent's neck while throwing an upper body pin. Stanley, we should head to the scene. He looked away from the monitor for a mere moment, and when he looked back, Sasayama had released his hold and crumpled to the ground. What? Panicked, Kano stared at the image of his friend. Oh, he died!
Oh no!
There's something jutting up from Sasayama's abdomen.
What could it be?
Zoom in!
and enhance.
Zoom in! The camera closed in on Sasayama.
This feels like this wasn't meant to happen, and we should go back and do another route.
But the thing is that this is...
No.
I mean, this does seem like it wasn't meant to happen, but there's already we fixed another bad end.
Yeah, I don't know what could have happened. What we could affect
I mean,
here.
maybe Minorikawa, I guess.
Maybe the assassin in the casino?
No. She's not going to be here.
The Kane assassin. That guy's... What I think it is that maybe Minorikawa has some stuff going on, but that's like...
Yeah,
we
that's
haven't
where
done
it
that
would
route
be.
at all yet.
Like, interacting with Toyama, but like...
Yeah. We'll find out. Now Kano could see exactly what he feared. Sasayama had
might
been
just be
stabbed in
dead.
the gut. Blood pooled on the pavement around him. Kano screamed, "Sasayama!" The camera showed several other detectives arriving at the scene, capturing Alcaron before he could escape. But Sasayama lay motionless. Pooled
Yeah, this
blood
doesn't seem
around
like
him
it's
spread
gonna go
further
to a
and
bad
further
end
across
for
the
me.
pavement. Unable to look any longer, Kano rushed from the surveillance room. I think this is probably bad.
I don't
Oh no!
know.
Oh my god, it's not! Also, we didn't get Eddie Jack Stanley! Fucked up!
No!
I'm Jack Stanley.
Thanks. That made me feel better. Yeah, so Sasayama is just fucking dead, I guess. That's just canon. Sorry,
I mean, he might
sorry,
have to go to the hospital. Anyway, there's only one path left.
I'm just thinking... his death was heroic, so...
Is this the person that Echo was referring to as a Columbo?
No.
No. The Columbo is in the Osawa's route, but we might...
Columbo might
he
show
might
up.
be here.
I will actually mention that because, I'll ping Echo.
Yeah, it asked.
Might be a bit.
Yeah, maybe this character doesn't show up and we just see a guy get stabbed again.
Well, no, because Minorikawa goes to Osawa's house where Columbo is, and Columbo has to deal with him because that's how
It might
Yeah,
be
but the thing
it might
is
be a
that
different guy.
I think it's gonna take a while just because it's like...
Yeah.
There's no reason to go to Osawa's house right now.
No! Minorikawa's cry of despair echoed throughout the cafe. His laptop monitor stared back at him, black and empty. Don't you die on me, buddy! He jabbed his fingers sharply at the screen. But the computer gave no response, looking well and truly dead. Like a guy who had been stabbed in the gut with a knife. What the hell? Minorikawa pounded his fist on the table. This would be a worst-case scenario even if he weren't desperately pressed for time. Guess I'll just have to write by hand. He rummaged around inside his bag and pulled out a notebook. I can still do this! He shouted, doing his best to psych himself up for the task ahead. I will still do this.
Excuse me? Sir?
The waitress appeared timidly behind him, beside him. What? His pen still flying across the paper.
Sir, if you could please quiet down?
My damn computer just broke! I'm allowed a scream or two! Minorikawa was in no state of mind to be quiet. If it weren't for the deadline he was racing to meet, he'd probably have gone on screaming until he passed out.
Imagine.
Your computer is broken, you say?
The waitress peered at the monitor. Yeah, look! It just suddenly stopped displaying anything.
Could it be that, the battery is just dead?
Minorikawa sat bolt upright.
It's a fucking new type sound!
That's it! The waitress flinched as Minorikawa's finger jabbed toward her face. I hadn't considered that possibility. Hey, let me plug in somewhere.
There's an outlet right there, sir.
She pointed an outlet by Minorikawa's feet, making no attempt to hide her exasperation. Minorikawa plugged in the power cable, and the monitor sprang to life as normal. It's so fucking funny! It's not even dead! It's just out of battery, you fucking idiot!
It was just for the sole purpose of having a cliffhanger that to be continued.
God.
And you said his computer exploded.
Yeah.
Now that that's sorted, would you please be quiet, sir?
Don't talk to me. You're interfering with my right.
He's so awful!
Minorikawa's fingers had already begun dancing across his keyboard.
He's so fucking funny.
With a sigh, the waitress disappeared back into the kitchen. Oh yeah, now we're talking! He's just like a guy who's like typing like an essay, and he's like making like Devil May Cry quips like he's doing a really good combo.
He's getting a combo in.
Excellent! Ah! Now we're talking!
This is style.
His fingers picked up speed as he went about touch typing.
Oh, we...
Touch typing. The act of typing at a keyboard without looking at the keys. The aspiration of computer novices everywhere. The typical method involves placing the index fingers on the F and J keys, with the middle, ring, and pinky fingers resting on the A, S, and D, or K, L, and semicolon keys to either side, from which all other keys are easily reached. With practice, a touch typist can instinctively hit the correct key every time without looking.
Pros and cons of surveillance cameras. Proprietor of outdated electronics shop oversees high-tech camera system. Bedlam and bogus weight loss drink sale. Bedlam and bogus weight loss drink sales demo. Bankrupted organizer remains undiscouraged. Now Minorikawa's spirits were riding high. His writing rolled along at a brisk pace. Also, I'm already being like, okay, yeah, this is a real, like, today, this is gonna be a Minorikawa, Riley's voice gives out day, because whenever it's a Minorikawa route, I go way too hard.
Do you want...
I'll volunteer. I'm not around very much. I'll read, like, the things that he writes. How about that?
You could do the narration, like the...
Okay.
Sir?
It was the waitress again, her voice yanking Minorikawa right out of his soaring mood.
Sir?
Now what? Has the President of the United States agreed to give me a one-on-one interview?
The waitress's eyes went wide with confusion.
Because unless it's something that important, do not speak to me right now.
But she was undeterred.
Sir, please, if you could be just a little quieter.
He's just yelling while he's on his computer.
Yeah, it's all those combos he's knocking out. Minorikawa's fingers ceased their rattling across the keys.
Just what sound do you have a problem with? All I've been doing is writing a copy.
Well, for the last while, actually, you've been talking while you write, sir.
Talking?
Minorikawa tilted his head in confusion.
Yes, sir. You've been talking about an electronics store and some bogus weight loss drink. I assume that's what you're writing about?
You're saying I've been narrating my copy aloud while writing it?
That's not actually bad to do.
That's right, sir.
Other customers sitting nearby were openly snickering.
Well, so what?
He snapped. He was red in the face now.
You should all be delighted that you get to hear what I'm writing before the magazine goes to print.
I like seeing Kano's evil father-in-law to be.
Not father-in-law. This guy is such a ham.
Well, actually, sir, one of our customers has been complaining.
Complaining? Of all the nerve! Who was it? Where are they?
Minorikawa scanned the other patrons, many of whom were unsuccessfully trying to hide their laughter.
So.
It was me!
Whoa.
Yep.
It was the grumpy older fellow who'd been making a scene earlier.
Bogus diet fads, peeping security cameras. Reminds me of that sleazy tabloid 4-star general gossip I hate so much.
Oh, you sure seem to know a lot about it for something you hate so much.
The man's face twisted up with scorn.
Your behavior is bothering everyone in here.
He said.
Do you not understand that?
No, I don't.
Guess a reporter who writes nothing but nonsense prefers nonsense in everything he does.
Minorikawa could feel his blood boiling.
Minorikawa loves doing fights.
Yeah.
Like he had an incredible fight that derailed everything with Osawa's wife, and now he's doing it again.
What was that? Go on, say that again.
Oh, gladly. Nonsense, filth, coddle swap, flim flam.
No, you said that wrong. It's not coddle swap. It's...
Oh yeah, it's cod swap.
Yeah, cod swallop.
Cod swallop, flim flam.
You bastard! How dare you! I love
Minorikawa stormed over to the man's table. Flim flam indeed!
Bogus or insincere
Flim flam.
content. Oh, yes, you could miss, yeah.
Bogus or insincere content. Few things anger midichlorians. Minorikawa more than reporters using dishonest means to create a story. Having his own work called Flim Flam would naturally make him blow his top.
Just who are you calling Flim Flam?
The other man stood up and glowered in Minorikawa's face. I like that he bowled somebody over.
How did that happen to that guy? You utterly lack any manners or sense of decency, for starters.
I have plenty of manners and decency. I also happen to have a deadline.
As if a flim-flam artist like you has a work ethic.
Stop calling me Flim Flam!
The waitress inserted herself between the two men.
Gentlemen, please, stop fighting. I demand that you remove this man at once.
The older fellow barked. Bark, soul.
That was barking.
Oh, okay. Thought I was like, woof, woof.
Each of those words was a bark.
He's the one you should be kicking out.
Minorikawa shot back. By now, he was ready to go for this guy's throat.
Please, both of you, return your seats.
The waitress pleaded. She grabbed onto Minorikawa and began to forcibly drag him back to his table.
Okay, right? A has to lead to a bad end, but would it be so funny if B led to a bad end instead?
The thing is that
Yeah, I think
A is like super in character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super in character.
I think B leads to a bad end. Right? I think B is non-canon. I think this fight is the canon now. Oh, it's too late for that. Giving in to his anger, Minorikawa threw a punch at the troublemaker.
Ugh.
The man dodged nimbly, however.
Heh, you're not bad.
I'm 6th Dan in judo.
Ah, you should have mentioned that. You should have mentioned that.
Minorikawa hastily retreated to his feet. The other man snorted and sat down with a scowl. The needless interruption, just when he'd finally gotten into writing mode, had all but killed Minorikawa's motivation. He decided he needed to take a breather. He turned to the waitress. No, he didn't. Look at that photo.
Yeah, he is in fact just turning away from her and pointing. 1 spaghetti Napolitan, please.
Spaghetti flavored with tomato ketchup. Napolitan is a corruption of Neapolitan, though the dish itself has no connection to the Italian city of Nepal's Napoli. Rather, it originated as a menu item at a hotel in Yokohama shortly after World War II. There is also a spaghetti dish from Nagoya called Milanese, which likewise has no connection to the Italian city of Milan.
That's so cool.
Interesting. I didn't know. I wasn't actually sure about that, but that is funny. And also, spaghetti with ketchup sounds bad.
It sounds like the sort of thing that you might make if you were really fucking broke in college.
Yeah.
And you had like 2 things you knew how to cook. And you're like, oh fuck, I'm out of sauce. Well, spaghetti's the same thing.
Yeah. Also, Null says, guys, my computer power strip keeps on surging and I'm about to throw a real fit in this metaphorical restaurant. That's fucked up. You should go and... You
should punch a guy about it.
Yeah, you should punch someone
you should
about it.
find the nearest old man who's actually secretly a 6th Dan in judo and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
He might not have a lot of spare time, but working on an empty stomach wouldn't do him any favors. While waiting for his order to come out, he decided to read back over the copy he'd written so far.
Someone warn my dad, I'm about to go in Nurikawa mode.
Oh no.
When he looked back at the monitor, the screen was black yet again. Looking down at his feet, he saw that the power cable was now unplugged.
Hey, what kind of cafe are you people running here?
He shouted. The waitress hurried over, looking combative. Duke's up. So that's you.
Someone fell in a pit.
Sir, you yanked that out yourself when you stood up earlier.
What a likely story.
It's the truth, sir. Minorikawa pointed at one of the customers sitting next to him.
I love the waitress's expression in this shot. She's so fucking pained. She's having an awful time.
Whoa,
I saw.
Mondo, cool.
I decided to put my computer to sleep in solidarity, apparently.
Everybody's putting their computers to sleep in solidarity.
The solidarity.
No, Saul.
Is she telling the truth? Did I really yank my power cord out myself?
Oh my god!
The man nodded sheepishly.
Yeah, well, then that's the outlet's fault for being someplace where it unplugs so easily.
Minorikawa squawked. The waitress marched away, head held high.
Just make sure that spaghetti's delicious. Do that and I'll consider us even. What do you mean, dude?
Dude!
Oh, and load it with cheese. Lots of cheese.
This man.
He plugged the power
Has
cable
a
back
problem.
in, then let out a heavy
Then
sigh.
let out a heavy sigh.
Oh, wait.
In all his writing fervor, he hadn't thought to save his work.
Oh.
Always make sure to save your work to avoid losing data. Honestly, why is it that your computer only seems to freeze when you've forgotten to save your stuff?
No,
I wonder if
it says that that's her today. No, I think your Minorikawa might just be, like, he's really relatable to you.
I wonder if this would have happened to Minorikawa if you had picked the other route.
It would have.
Probably, yeah. It seemed like it was one of those things where it was just like a choice that ended up the same situation. But like it's probably like a choice that doesn't immediately impact things that will come up later. Give me spaghetti now, please. Sorry, no, I can only give you digital spaghetti.
Can we play that Flash game about that?
What?
Maybe on Warp Zone. You know, the Flash game about the guy who wants spaghetti?
That sounds like it could be a lot of different Flash games. Are you talking about like the where you make spaghetti for customers, or is it just one guy who wants spaghetti?
Yeah, it's just one guy who wants spaghetti.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
His knees weak, arms are sweaty. He was probably going to have to rewrite most of what he'd done.
The nightmare.
It's always better the second time.
This is probably the waitress.
Yeah, but he's on a real time limit.
Oh no, this is... Okay.
Minorikawa looked up to see a young woman standing there.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry. About...
She said.
No, it's that... Yeah, I think I was doing this.
Yeah, I think you were.
I'm so sorry about my father.
Wait, no.
No, because I was doing Kano.
Maybe I was doing both, but in that case, I think I shouldn't do both because doing her dad hurts me.
Yeah, Troika, do this voice.
I'm so sorry, she said, about my father. She gave a tiny bow.
Your father? Oh, the rude old man?
He's just a little worked up right now. Please don't pay him any mind.
So what? You waiting on your boyfriend?
Huh? The woman was taken aback.
I happened to hear you two arguing earlier. Would have been about 2 hours ago?
Oh. I see. An awkward, embarrassed smile came to the woman's face. I thought he was going to ask my father for permission to marry me, so we've been waiting for him, but...
But he hasn't shown up?
No. He must be really busy.
Yeah, it's kind of a serious situation.
He's the most busy anyone's ever been. Possibly.
Yeah, maybe you could have, like, asked him what a good day was, and then done this, and not done it on the day where he has to resolve a kidnapping that ends up being a, like, international terrorist situation.
Oops.
She cast her eyes down sadly.
Minorikawa took a better look at her. She was gorgeous. A woman with her looks wasn't something he saw every day, that was for sure. Say, would you mind talking with me for a bit?
You have a deadline! Me?
Yeah. I kind of need to turn my mood around here.
Well, okay. At least until my father gets back. The woman cast an anxious look towards the restrooms.
What's your name?
Rumi. She sat down across from him.
Wait a second. Aren't you... Norikara appeared at Rumi's face. One of those twins that was chosen as Miss Midoriyama?
Huh?
Rumi shook her head. No, not me.
No? Darn. Didn't think I'd be that lucky.
Hey, I'm noticing that we haven't had a look at Rumi's face. Do you think that the joke of her is that she just looks like every other important woman
I have
in this
no
story?
idea.
He took a sip of his now cold coffee. I do know the girls you're talking about, though, Rumi said.
No! Who's good?
Minorikawa spat out his coffee in surprise. Rumi squeaked in alarm as the spray splattered her face. Eep. But Minorikawa leaned in, unconcerned, continuing to spray coffee.
He's just going...
He's just blowing raspberries.
You mean it? You really know them?
Oh, I know
Yes,
how
Rumi
this is
replied.
going now.
You're talking about the Osawa twins, right? She got out a handkerchief and wiped the coffee from her face as she spoke.
Osawa, huh?
Minorikawa glanced down at the project proposal on the table. Sexy squared! Twins share top prize at local university beauty contest. Midoriyama Academy. Miria and Hitomi Osawa.
Yes, that's it. The Osawa twins.
I actually won Miss Midoriyama myself a few years ago. This year, I served as one of the judges. Minorikawa
You go. Right.
Minorikawa adopted a self-satisfied pose.
Guess I really was born under the right sign to be a freelancer. The leads just come to me.
Sure, Rumi muttered.
Okay, let's talk basics then. Tell me what you know about these girls.
Well, I don't really know them personally. Rumi continued to dab at the coffee on her face. But now that you ask, I do remember hearing that they'd enter the contest separately.
Wait, separately?
Now Minorikawa was a bit confused. Yes, that's right. I'd assumed they'd enter as a pair, but apparently not.
I wonder why. I mean, they're twins. Don't they look alike? Wear the same clothes? Do everything together? And say the same things at the same time and stuff?
Rumi chuckled and shook her head. No, not at all. Besides, these two aren't identical. They're fraternal twins, she said.
Wait. Huh?
Fraternal twins! Let me explain for you, Soul. Twins who were born at the same time, from two eggs that were fertilized separately. Fraternal twins do not share the same genetic information. They can differ in such characteristics as sex and blood type, though there are cases of fraternal twins resembling each other, almost as closely as identical twins. Maria and Hitomi Osawa happen to look very closely alike, but they do not have the same blood type.
Okay, they're not identical twins. They're just fraternal twins who look
Identical.
resemble one another, which I think sounds like it's specifically important because of blood types.
Yeah, there's like a virus subplot, so it's definitely relevant, but it's very funny. Oh, I gotta fix my posture.
Although, at a glance, they do look very similar. Still, how should I put this? They both give off a very different impression.
Oh, now that sounds interesting. Mind explaining what you mean?
Minorikawa opened his memo pad. I talked to them briefly after the award ceremony. The older sister struck me as really energetic, but the younger one was more quiet and reserved. Minorikawa's investigative senses were tingling.
I wouldn't figure a shy girl would want to enter a campus beauty contest.
I suppose not, no.
Yeah. I don't suppose you've got anything juicier?
Minorikawa asked. Rumi frowned. Would you like to just go ask them yourself? She said. They don't live very far from here.
Whoa, hold the phone!
Said Sonic. Minorikawa could hardly believe what had just fallen into his lap.
Hachi is Knuckles and Minorikawa is Sonic.
The advance info in the project proposal had mentioned the girls were students at Midoriyama, but hadn't given an actual address. If he could talk to them directly, now that would be pay dirt.
You know where they live?
Well, not exactly. I just heard that they lived in Shoto.
Aha, Shoto.
That wasn't far away. A car or a motorcycle could get there in about 10 minutes. It'd be quicker than going to Midoriyama Academy, and he'd be able to meet with the girls themselves. Minorikawa flashed a quick look towards the restroom. It looked like Rumi's father had just gotten back. Sorry, she said. I should be going.
No problem. And thank you.
Rumi gave him a quick nod, then hurried back to her seat. Midorikawa grabbed the directory from the public phone and flipped through the pages. To his surprise, there were only 5 listings for the name Osawa with addresses in Shoto. There was neither a Maria nor a Hitomi, but he hadn't expected there to be. He'd need to find their parents. Wasting no time, he called up the first Osawa on the list.
Bingo!
Midorikawa couldn't help but pump his fist in excitement. He'd gotten the right place on his first try. Man,
way to
you're
go,
causing
Rumi.
another scene in this restaurant. He'd committed the house number listed in the phone book to memory. Just then, the waitress reappeared with a disgruntled expression in Midorikawa's order of spaghetti Napolitan. Sound disgruntled, Saul.
Here you are, sir.
That's the service industry, Saul, we all know and love. Wow, that is extra cheese.
This isn't that bad. This doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, this doesn't look that bad.
Really?
The pasta was piled high with an impressive amount of grated cheese. It looked almost like a miniature mountain of snow.
You did say lots of cheese, sir.
The waitress told him. She set down a canister of cheese and a bottle of Tabasco. Tabasco, a sauce made by the US-based McElhenny Company, consisting of hot peppers, grain vinegar, and rock salt. Known for its distinctive spiciness, it can make spaghetti and pizza quite tasty with the addition of just a few drops. Tabasco also goes pretty well with ramen and curry. Recommended for times when flavor is lacking a little punch. However, even 1 drop may be too much for those who can't handle spicy things. It has been claimed that Tabasco was first imported to Japan by a certain well-known former pro wrestler, but this story is untrue.
Oh, this looks good.
Minorikawa exclaimed. He twirled some spaghetti up with his fork and shoved it into his mouth. The slightly sour sweetness of the ketchup blended perfectly with the mellow flavor of the cheese.
Oh, that is tasty.
There was nothing like satisfying grub to lift the spirits. He turned back to his laptop, still wolfing down the spaghetti.
All right, we're back in action. Let's do this.
Yet again, he unthinkingly blurted his words aloud as he slipped back into writing mode, presumably with his mouth full of spaghetti.
I've got this. I've got this.
With ketchup smeared around his mouth, he set his fingers, tapping away at the key. The waitress let out another groan of dismay. Thank you, Saul.
Huh? You sure thought?
Minorikawa glanced in her direction, but the waitress faked a smile.
Loved shot of him with spaghetti in his mouth.
No, sir. I don't think so.
Yeah? Well then go away. You're distracting me.
He's so
Such a dick!
awful.
The moment he looked away, she clenched her fist in indignation.
Hmm?
Okay. Nothing, sir. Good luck with your work, sir.
I don't need luck. I've got
Eyes jumping back and forth between pasta and computer, Minorikawa got to work on his copy once more. Before long, he was oblivious to every sound of the cafe around him. When he finally snapped out of writing mode, he glanced at his watch. It was 2:20. Almost time for him to head to his next interview. Better get a move on. Kimizuka's taxi came by just as Minorikawa was hurrying out of the cafe.
Well, what a pleasant surprise,
Minorikawa called out.
Nice timing, my man.
Kimizuka's startled look quickly vanished behind an expression of professional resignation.
I think this is Soul. That's the taxi guy.
Do you need a ride, sir?
You know it. First, head to Shoto.
Minorikawa replied.
After that, only to get to Sakuragaoka.
As he cast his gaze out at the side of the city, Minorikawa mulled over his plan for the next part of the day. First, he'd interview the Miss Midoriyama girls. Then, he'd meet with the head of that theater troupe. In order to leave himself enough time to write his copy, that meant...
I'd like to get this all wrapped up in 20 minutes. Can you make that happen?
Kimizuka flashed a grin.
That will incur a special fare, sir.
Ooh, special.
Minorikawa said as he got settled in his seat.
I love that word.
Kimizuka stepped on the gas.
Epic taxi, badass swag moment. Epic, cool,
Crazy
awesome
taxi moments. Shibuya was a town of contrasts.
I'm not calling it a town.
It was a town of young people, unpretentious, energetic. The scramble intersection and center guy perfectly conveyed that bright vibrancy. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. However, if one turned right at the 109 building and headed down Bunkamuradori, this town's whole atmosphere changed. Shoto was one of Shibuya's, indeed one of Tokyo's, most upscale residential districts. Wherever one looked, there were stately manor houses, giving off an imposing air, sending the message that this was no place for the common folk.
Right here is fine.
Minorikawa directed Kimazuka to pull over.
Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
Hopping out of the taxi, he checked the nameplates of the nearby homes. Sorry, I yawned.
It's fine. Ah, here we go.
He'd spotted a nameplate that read Osawa.
Kenji Osawa, huh?
The name nagged at him somehow. It had been in the back of his mind ever since he'd seen it in the phone book back at the cafe. Had he heard it someplace before? He walked up to the gate and pressed the button for the intercom. Even the little chime it made when pressed sounded elegant. Minorikawa waited, but there was no response. He looked at his watch. It was 2:30 now. His interview with the Shinosuke party of the Wandering Angels was supposed to have started already.
Oh boy, more Wandering Angels lore. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Still, he wanted to meet with the twins first, if it was possible.
Yes!
Wandering Angels, Episode 3. With help from the Shinichi Bando, Mondo was able to get out of his apartment. Then, when all the players had finally assembled, the troupe proceeded with one last rehearsal before showtime. But again, tragedy struck. Mondo came down with food poisoning after eating his lunch. He was rushed to the hospital in an ambulance, and the Angels were once again lacking an actor for the key role of Shido. Ohare was on the verge of panic. Finally, however, he came up with a solution. Novice actor Takuya Amo, age 31, would take on the part, continued in episode 4. He had to make a choice. I say go to the next interview.
Wait. We need to wait.
Yeah, because in the other route, he waits and then like he gets the door does get answered.
We need to make Osawa's. It's also, if we don't give up, Osawa like spirals badly.
Yeah, it's really funny. He has the worst time.
Well, wait a second, then that means, he decided to wait a little bit longer.
Once we get
waiting.
Once we get to Japanese Colombo, I might take a little break to grab a caffeinated beverage. But while we wait,
That'd be good. It'd give me a chance to get some milk and cookie.
Her Christmas treat? Question mark?
No, it's just a normal treat.
Her Christmas treat?
It's a normal treat.
Leave some milk and cookies out for Soul today. Oh, hi Echo.
It's a Christmas tree.
A woman's voice came through the intercom.
Who is it?
It's Minorikawa.
Where would I know you from, Mr. Minorikawa?
Oh, you know, here and there. I mean, there's only one Minorikawa, really.
What a good answer to this question.
I don't have time for such nonsense. Please, be on your way.
I'm not going anywhere until I get an interview. Oh, right, yeah, because Columbo made, the wife handle it. That's right. And then we were worried because then I was gonna start another Norikawa war.
Yeah. Interview? Who are you with?
The woman's tone had changed now. Maybe Minorikawa could simply talk his way through this.
This is a piece for 4-star general gossip.
Ah. Perfect. I've been wanting to talk to them.
Was this one of the Miss Bodoriani winners? Or perhaps it was the girl's mother, eager to boast about her daughter's achievement.
Well, you're wrong on both counts. I assume you're familiar with defamation of character?
What are you talking about?
Article 230 of the Penal Code of Japan defines it as any attack against a person's reputation or societal standing. It's a very serious crime.
I know what it is. What's your point?
Minorikawa said. He had a bad feeling about this. Why discuss libel laws right before an interview?
Oh, I'm not letting you get away with telling me that you've forgotten. I wonder if you'll remember once I bring up charges.
Oh my god. Did they put an article in 4-star general gossip about her?
I think so.
Her tone was calm and level, but laced with malice.
You're talking nonsense, lady. Are you the mother? I've got business with your daughters. Put one of them on the line.
Nonsense?
The woman's wrath raged from the intercom.
It's your 4-star general gossip that specializes in nonsense.
Her voice was so loud that it was cracking.
Detective, arrest this man! He's a criminal!
Detective, huh? You don't really think I'd fall for that, do you, lady? Just who do you think I am? I'm Minoru Minorikawa.
Crossed his arms and struck a defiant pose.
He's talking to an intercom.
The front door opened up and several men came trotting out.
Sir, we'd like to ask you
One
a
of
few
the men
questions.
said. At the word sir, the man flashed his badge and Minorikawa turned to run on reflex.
Yeah, based.
He hadn't thought she'd actually send detectives after him. Just what in the hell had Heaven Publishing done to her? Never mind, he needed to get out of here. He couldn't afford to get arrested right now.
The fucking pictures of this is so good.
And I also love the shutter effect, like we're observing from afar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out with it. You abducted that girl, didn't you?
What are you talking?
Detective, you keep asking me the same question over and over.
Oh, this is Echo.
No. I don't think that's Columbus. That's one of those other guys.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it.
And I'll keep on
And
asking.
I'll keep on asking until you tell me the truth.
Look, ask all you want, but I can't tell you what I don't know.
Then let's go back to the beginning, shall we?
Oh, cut the crap. I don't have time for your games.
As a matter of fact, you have plenty of time. I can assure you of that. The stubborn detective flashed him a grin. I can keep doing this for days if that's what it takes to get you to confess.
Days? You don't have days!
Lol.
And so the interrogation went on for hours. In the end, once his innocence had been established, Minoru was finally released. He wrote a scathing indictment on his experience.
But it was too late.
The report shook up the system in a major way. But that's another story for another day.
Looks like you got a bad end.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, is this... now, will the hint tell us if it's Osawa's fault or Minorikawa's fault?
I presume it's probably Minorikawa's fault.
Let's see the hint.
Maybe there's some... Yeah, okay,
Yes! It's Osawa's fault! We have to go back and not have her do it, or else we can't continue. I think it's, yeah, there.
Alright.
I'm passing narration back over to you, Riley.
Yeah, that's fine. With a sigh, Osawa dragged himself to his feet. He stumbled wearily back to the living room, where the investigators were staring at the intercom monitor with concern. The intercom's hidden camera showed a man with an unsettling grin posed intimidatingly outside the front gate. Back from dinner, what did I miss? Minorikawa got arrested because Osawa's wife was on the other end of the intercom, and she has a grudge for some reason.
She hates him.
Yeah.
Instinctively.
Can you imagine if you saw this fucking Jeremy Fragrance looking ass outside your fucking house? Like, fucking, he's staring so intently into the camera. Osawa didn't recognize him. Yes? Who is it? He asked guardedly through the intercom. It's Minorikawa. Where might I know you from, Mr. Minorikawa? Oh, you know. There and there. Oh, why did he say that like that? There's only one Minorikawa, really. Are you playing games with me? I don't have the time for that. Please, just open up. There's no way I'm letting you in. The nonsensical badgering continued. Look, just hold your horses. I'm here for an interview. You got that? An interview? That's right. It's a piece for 4-Star General Gossip. The name of the magazine brought up an unpleasant memory. That was the gossip rag that had run the article about his political marriage. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Wait. This is for one of those kinds of articles? What do you mean, those kinds of articles? I'm just looking for an interview. The man's tone was both high-handed and belligerent. Like hell you are. I'm not talking to anyone from the gossip. You're not the one I'm here to talk to. I want to interview your twin daughters. Oh, I understand they want a shared prize for a beauty contest at Midoriyama Academy. If you wouldn't mind my interviewing them, Furious, Osawa cut off the intercom. This was no time to be indulging someone else's nonsense. Hey, what gives? Man was shouting so loud his voice carried past the gate and through the front door. I'm begging out of here! On my hands and knees!
It wasn't actually on his
hands and knees. So I could see that clearly through the intercom monitor. If your daughters aren't home, do you at least tell them that I want to get in touch with them? This is Columbo.
Echo.
Mr. Osawa. This isn't a good time to have someone drawing attention to your home.
Alright. I'll get rid of them. God, I love Osawa's horrible, dark world that he lives in. Osawa lives in
His lighting's so funny.
Osawa lives in like a world where fucking gray, high contrast world where everything sucks all the time. Osawa hurried out of the house, confronting Minorukawa through the front gate. Should I jump here?
It'd be funny. I'm more interested in. Oh, we can't because it's further forward in time.
The journalist had that tenacious look that immediately marked him as a member of the media. Give me your business card. I'll have him get in touch with you later. He took him to Rikawa's car and then went right back inside.
Awesome.
Back in his study, Sawa tossed Rikawa's business card into the trash. Unable to think of what else to do, he tried the internet fortune teller again.
Alright, we're back. We're back. We're gonna hit that keep out real soon.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright. He's gotta wait a bit longer. That's the timeline we've decided.
Suddenly, a man's voice came through the intercom. I'm just gonna...
Yeah, we already been through this on the other side.
He talks so slowly.
Because he's a solid, yeah. Time for that. God, he's so... This has been, like, an all-timer chapter for Minorukawa being, like, the worst dude.
Yeah, he's
It's
really just
funny.
a huge piece of shit. Why does he point at the intercom? He'd taken the bait. Most folks could hardly resist the word interview. Man sounded angry now. No parent would deny their children a chance for word of their achievements to spread.
Look how much more full of life he looks just by being in Minorukawa's world.
Yeah, he's just...
He doesn't look like he's a goddamn zombie.
Yeah. Man had a somewhat stricken look on his face. Like perhaps he sees the world in a horrible gray nightmare. Because his daughter's kidnapped.
I love the photography in between these two. Like the way that they're using it for expression.
Yeah, no, it's really good. They do that like in every character's like story, and it's really fun when you see them intersect because like each character has their own like sort of style and like the lighting and the color grading is all different. And it's very cool. Like Tama's is quite bright, Maria's is quite bright. Cheese is a bit more, is sort of like in between Minorukawa's and Osawa's. Like it gets dark sometimes, but it's sort of very intense and actiony. Osawa's is like, again, a grim nightmare. Minorukawa's is brighter, but not quite as bright as Maria's. Hold on, Osawa? Now Minorukawa recognized him. This was Kenji Osawa, the preeminent virologist who worked for Okoshi Pharmaceutical. Forced general gossip on a scandalous article on him in the past. Minorukawa remembered reading it. He held out his business card, and Osawa snatched it from him. The virologist started to head back into his house. Please see that they get back to me, Mr. Osawa. Norikawa shouted after him, which Osawa did not even register enough to bother recording in his own game. Hi, Soul. Did you bug out?
No, that was... Yeah, Discord just exploded me for some reason.
And then he noticed something odd.
Uh-oh.
It was the middle of the afternoon, but every window in the house had its curtains drawn. That, combined with Osawa's demeanor, set off alarm bells in Norikawa's head. He knew he was onto something, but he couldn't linger at the Osawa residence any longer than he already had. He needed to get to that theater ASAP.
Minorikawa will
taxi, told Kimizuka to go. A few minutes later, the rear tires skidded sharply as the cab came to a stop beside a different curb. The trip from Shoto to the theater in Sakuragaoka had taken almost no time at all.
Here we are, sir.
Wow, that was fast. Still, Minorikawa was at least 5 minutes behind schedule. He'd hoped he'd still be able to get to the interview without a ride. Okay.
Okay, well, we know where this keep out gets broken from. But I'm worried now because
This one?
no, this was Aichi.
Where does that keep out get broken from?
No, not his Kano ended. I think. Oh, did we just never? No, because that was for another keep out. Let's break Minorikawa's via. Right? Does this break that?
Oh yeah, I guess
Because it said
this
135.
One,
so
yeah.
yeah. And then maybe we'll get a counter break somewhere. If not, we'll have to try to find it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. I don't know where the fuck Osawa's is gonna be.
I mean, it might just be here. It might just be a thing where it wants to make sure that you do both of these correctly before continuing on each of them.
Yeah.
I'll probably be back.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye. Thanks for Columboing.
Yeah, let me know if you ever need more Columbo or, I don't know. I know I do that detective guy who's not much of a character yet.
Yeah, Kanan was there for a bit, but she only had like a few lines, so.
Yeah, Kanan doesn't seem like much of a talker.
Yeah, she's not like a main character yet. She's like just sort of there.
Yeah.
Norikawa got his wallet out of his jacket to pay the driver. Goodbye, Echo.
Oh no. Don't worry about the fare.
Huh? Why not?
There's still plenty left over from what you paid me earlier, sir. That's what I meant by special fare.
That's right. He paid Kimizuka a whole 10,000 yen for taking him to Indo Electronics earlier. But, I mean...
I'm not the sort of person to keep the change, as it were.
Norikawa felt a surge of pride at those words. You're my kind of guy, Mr. Kimizuka. This is you.
A man on the job can always count on Hachiro Kamizuka's taxi.
The driver grinned.
Now, go on! Go! And bring the legend to life!
Thank you. I have a feeling we'll meet again. They should be gay.
It would cure Minorikawa.
Minorikawa get fixed by this amazing taxi
No,
driver.
it would make him way worse.
It might make him worse, yeah.
It would enable him.
As Minorikawa entered the theater lobby, he saw a bunch of flower bouquets, patrons' gifts of appreciation. Among the names of the senders were celebrities he recognized. Troka, do you want to read this?
Celebrities. The largest of the bouquets was sent by Koichi Nakamura of the secret society Chunsoft. Oh, hey,
That's
like the
the
company that made
people who made
I
this
think
game.
I think there's some
Yes.
I think there's some lying happening here.
Yeah, Koichi
The next
Nakamura made
largest.
this game.
The next largest came from Marutaro Ishihara from the government organization Joy Art. Following that were those from the actress Barako Rose, popular scenario writer Ibisu Ipamatsu, Tohoko Busters, Bus Tours Co. Limited, bus guide Kamiku Amo, professional baseball player Masai Narikiyo, the ventriloquist Shinshin, ukulele player Hawaii Masuda, online TV critic Genzo Akitsu, and so on.
Yeah, so this is just a bunch of references, I guess, to... I recognize
People
the
who made this
Chunsoft
game,
one,
probably.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Null says, "Hey, what's the big idea?" Points
Pointing.
aggressively. He asked for no pickles. That's Minorikawa. Evidently, the Wandering Angels are a pretty popular acting troupe.
Let's go, episode 4!
Not Wandering Angels, episode 4. Novice actor Takuya Amo, despite his nervousness, gave a creditable performance as Shido as the production got underway. But as the show continued, his inexperience became apparent. He went on stage for the big wire action scene, having forgotten to attach himself to the rigging. Tozuka was quick to act, rushing on stage in the improvised role of Assassin with an Edo accent #1 and fixing a rope to Amo's back during the confusion.
This fucking acting trope's having like the worst time right now.
So is everyone else.
Yeah, that seems to be the plot.
Yeah, it's really funny where it's just like, however, yeah.
People were sending out pamphlets and flyers. Out on a nearby table. There was a palpable tension in the air. The crew seemed skittish as they went about their work.
He's late!
It was a man over one corner of the lobby. Talking rattling angry to nobody in particular.
Why the hell hasn't that journalist shown up for the interview?
Looked like he'd been waiting on Minorikawa then.
What's his deal? Pulling this while we're busy.
Guess that's Shinosuke Ora. Shinosuke? I've been busy myself. Trust me, I know how it goes.
Huh? Who the hell are you?
I'm the guy you've been waiting for. Mr. Alright. Man glared at him. It's alright, he said.
It's Ori.
Anyway, I'm Minorikawa. Sorry to keep you waiting. Though, really, a short wait is a small price to pay for the chance to be interviewed by me.
Actually, it might be Owari, is what he meant by that, actually. Yeah, Owari, or, yeah.
I think it's like Orai. Orai? Not like Orai.
Orai?
Orai.
Orai?
Orai. Something like that.
Yeah,
It's like,
something like that.
I don't know.
Well, I hope you appreciate how valuable my time is now that you're taking it.
Wow, someone sure has a high opinion of himself.
Minorikawa!
Minorikawa will always be like, hey, I'm gonna get to this situation and then make it worse for myself, and then still make it out.
He only escalates.
He only knows how to escalate. He marched up to Orai.
Damn right I do! I'm Shinosuke Orai!
The theater man got right up in Minorikawa's face. Like anyone even cares.
There it is!
Jolt of tension. Around this time, there's a similar jolt of tension between two other people, Kenji Osawa and Mamoru Tanaka.
Well, let's keep on this path and just jot that down.
Choka.
You want?
Oh, I beg your pardon. But Mr. Orai does have a schedule to keep.
And who are you, miss?
Tsukazawa. I'm the producer.
Well, listen, Sue. I'm in the middle of an interview here. Please don't interrupt.
What? That's how you conduct an interview?
That's right. This is how I roll.
Look, whatever. Let's just do this already.
Fine by me. Two men sat down at opposite sides of a table in the lobby.
They look like they're ready to arm wrestle.
But Tsukazawa spoke up again.
Mr. Arai, don't forget the meeting you have after this.
Yeah. Handle that, would you?
Murakawa let out a derisive snore. It's like you're holding court. Do people actually hang around you with that kind of attitude?
You have no right to judge my acting troupe.
Murakawa straightened up in his chair, a mocking smile on his lips. Oh, so it's your acting troupe, huh? Why not just play all the roles yourself? Heck, you could even be your own audience.
What is this interview style?
That's how he goes.
It's aggressive.
That's how he rolls.
How dare you?
Orai rose to his feet and made to leave, but Tsukazawa herded him back down into his chair. Norikawa continued as if he hadn't heard. Just what is it that you do, anyway? Orai raised an incredulous eyebrow.
You don't know?
No? Why should I?
You came to an interview without knowing anything about who you were interviewing?
Yep.
That's it! Get out!
Orai roared and pointed angrily toward the exit.
How dare an unmannered clod like you come in here and waste my time?
Hey, who's being unmannered now? I came all the way out here to hear your story, didn't I? Why don't you get out? Norikawa pointed at the exit as well.
Why the hell should I have to leave? This is my house!
Theater jargon for the theater itself, especially the main auditorium. Pointing at the audience!
Look! Just get out!
This is really good.
Why is Minorikawa such a nightmare?
I love him so much. He's so fucking funny. Look, just get out! This time both yelled and pointed toward the exit in unison. Tsukazawa quickly interposed herself between them, forcing a smile.
Gentlemen, please calm down.
Then she turned to Minorikawa.
You should be aware that Mr. Orai used to be a broadcast writer. Broadcast writer, someone who writes for television or radio programs. A great show depends not only on the actor's performances, but on the skills of the broadcast writer. He is responsible for a lot of big hits.
You don't need to
mention that.
Nonetheless, Tsukazawa rattled off the names of several shows. Minorikawa did indeed recognize many of them. So how come you're running a failing theater now?
Failing?
Orai went red in the face. I'm not wrong, am I?
You are absolutely the rudest person I've ever met! What would a rank amateur like yourself know about theater?
Orai's face was dark with rage, but Norikawa didn't back down. Listen, this has nothing to do with how well your theater is or isn't doing. The television world wouldn't accept you. So in order to retain your pride as an entertainer, you started doing theater. Isn't that so?
Don't act like you know anything! I've staked my entire life on the theater!
Seems as if Orai might throw a punch at any moment.
Sure, a city theater might seem like small time compared to TV, but you get a lot more of a response from it.
Response? Uh-huh. Now that sounds interesting.
It's working!
It's working.
Darn right! You can see it from up on stage. The audience, you can see their faces.
There was passion in Orai's voice now.
You can really feel it. When the audience is enjoying themselves, you feel that energy. You can't get that from television. Thinking back on it now, my time spent working on TV. Let's see. What's a good analogy? It's like being handed a towel that's already damp. No, that's not right. Okay, so a better analogy would be...
And without further preamble, Orai began to talking about his tribulations back in his broadcaster.
Minoru was so strong.
He's power. How does this keep working for him? It works! Just be a huge fucking cunt and never back down. 99% of assholes quit before
Give
they
up
win things.
before.
Yeah, it's specifically the part where he never backs down is why he's winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody tells him to get out. He's like, no, you get out of your own theater that you run.
Norikawa smiled inwardly. The interview ended promptly after 15 minutes, the time that had been promised. Both men emerged from it as if from a daze. Norikawa found himself staring Orai in the face, shaking him by the hand. So, what kind of story did I just get? This is Orai.
You heard about one man and his life. And I have to admit, it was a good interview. Thanks. You have my gratitude.
With a satisfied smile, Norikawa closed his notebook. Right. Glad to hear that, then. Orai inclined his head, looking a bit bewildered. A flustered Tsukuzawa interrupted.
Oh, that was...
Mr. Minokawa, wasn't this interview for a piece about the performance?
Huh? Norikawa blinked.
It's just that you were only asking about Mr. Orai and not about the performance itself.
Oh, I see what you mean. Actually, I came here for a piece I'm going to be writing called Where Are They Now? Washed Up Broadcast Writers Showcase.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Well, let's...
You are washed up?
Alright, I was red in the face all over again.
Yeah! You bastard! How dare you! Forget everything I just told you!
No, when that happened, I just put my head in my hands for a moment. Cause
You were
really
just saying how he's only successful because he's always an asshole and never gives up.
Yeah, I guess so.
I do not give you my permission to use my name in your magazine.
You're too late.
What?
I've already heard your whole story. You should be grateful that I'll be writing a piece on it.
You bastard!
What the wild look
This
in his
hammer
eyes.
fight.
Alright, snatched up a hammer the stage crew had left nearby.
Huh?
Ouch.
Go
Die!
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Never give up. Always escalate. Keep gambling. Go ahead. Hit me.
Oh, I'll hit you, all right.
Alright, wave the hammer menacingly. The attack came to a sudden halt as a ringtone startled him out of his fury. Hold on a moment. I have to take this. Whipped out his cell phone.
How is he
Hello.
like this?
Minori speaking. This is Osaka. Wow, he pulled back a lot sooner than Minori expected.
What? What happened?
Have your daughters come home then? No. Actually, there's a favor I'd like to ask you. What? Favor? Minori thought back to his visit to the Osawa residence. The drawn curtains, the stricken look on Osawa's face. Minori's instincts had sensed something significant going on. Apparently getting the full story wasn't going to come without some cost. A favor, huh? Is it something urgent? I'll pay whatever I have to. I just need you to look into something as quickly as possible. His voice had the telltale desperation of a man who'd been backed into a corner. Alright, I can help you out for a little while. Osawa hardly explained what he was after. His request was a strange one. He wanted Minori to look into a scandalous article that four-star general gossip had run about him in the past. What makes this so important? Do I have to say? I mean, you're asking me to look into something without explaining anything. He eyed Orai, looking nearby with obvious irritation, holding a big hammer. Norikawa would need to calm down the erstwhile broadcast writer, or else his interview really would be for naught. He decided to bluff both men at the same time. Never stop gambling. Keep gambling. Let me just say one thing, he said into the phone. He made sure he spoke loud and clear so that Orai would overhear. I want to tell the world this story. No, I need to tell it. If I don't feel that way about something, no amount of money in the world will get me to write an article on it. That's my pride as a writer at work.
God. Rocks that he loves his job so much.
Yeah.
And that he's, like, pretty good at it, actually.
He is very good at it, even if he's a
part.
huge asshole. Minori could see her rage fading as he listened. The theater man looked surprised. Phew. Meanwhile, Osawa had decided to open up a bit. Alright. I can't share all the details, but... Okay, he's in a talkative mood now. Good job, Norikawa. See, this is going fine. The power balance of the entire world might be at stake here. So, and I mean that quite literally. I can tell you more after you're done investigating. Wait, was he serious? How could the world's balance of power hinge on looking into some alleged marital affair? It's so absurd that Minori had to fight the urge to burst out laughing. A person would need to be out of his mind to believe a story like that. But Norikawa wasn't the average person. He was out of his mind. And sometimes, the truth was so ridiculous, it really was stranger than fiction. Osawa wasn't lying. Norikawa's instincts told him that much. Alright. I'll check the editing department's notes from back then. Norikawa felt his excitement building. Things were really getting interesting. For the moment, he nearly forgot Toyama and his troubles.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
When he ended the call, Orai approached him and extended his hand.
Listen, your methods might be a little extreme, but I can tell that you take pride in your work.
Of course I do.
I'm sorry for getting so worked up. I bet you'll write a fine article about me. So please, Mr. Minorikawa, let the world know about me and my half-lived life.
My half-life, too.
My half-lived life.
Norikawa took the offered hand and shook.
You should have played Half-Life last time, Riley.
No, I wanted to play Lack of Love.
How was that?
It was good. I haven't finished it yet, but it's a funny game. Leave it to me. Once I'm done with it, you won't just be some washed-up nobody anymore, Mr. R.I. Mr. R.I.
It's alright.
Norikawa grinned. Norikawa rushed out of the theater. He completed all the interviews that he could get done before 4 o'clock. Now he had an hour left to write it all up to convince the folks in the loan company that the gospel would stay afloat. Oh, okay, so it's like 4 o'clock is that ending? Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Urgh!
We'll see.
He let out a roar, psyching himself up for the final push. It does feel like things are coming to some sort of close, or at least, like, getting near there. Like,
Yeah, a bit.
the last act or something.
Things are escalating, for sure.
There's a lot of unknowns, though. So. I think that's it to be continued for everyone but Osawa now.
Yeah, and we know how to jump there, so...
Let's do it. Well, we might have Columbo again, so if Echo is still here.
Well, wait until we actually have confirmation.
Yeah. Worth saying they did establish the hard deadline at 8 o'clock? That's true, yeah. It's so funny that there's a 2:30 Osawa jump to Minorikawa at 2:35, then a 2:35 Osawa Minorikawa
It's
jump.
to make sure, probably.
Yeah. Osawa picked up his cell phone and dialed Tanaka's number. The phone rang several times. He listened grimly to the empty mechanical sound, preparing himself for disappointment. This is you, Sol.
What is it?
Tanaka's voice sounded coldly in Osawa's ear. The tension was electric. Osawa felt a surge of outrage. He wanted to scream, but he took a deep breath and managed to maintain control. Tanaka, where are you? Is Maria all right? Tanaka did not reply. Police told me. They said you were connected to the kidnapping. A soft chuckle came from the other end of the line.
Well, the police sure know how to do their jobs.
Tanaka's tone was unapologetic. Sounded nothing like the man Osawa thought he knew so well. Why would you do this? Money? Are you having money troubles?
Money? I suppose that's part of it. Honestly, I doubt you'd understand. Do you have any idea what it's been like for me doing our research together? You're always the one who takes center stage. The fruits of our success are all yours.
Yeah, he is kind of like the guy who is the face of things, and he's the one who got that job opportunity. Tanaka did not.
Even though you couldn't have done any of it without me.
The more he said, the more vitriol seethed into his words. You captured that quite well, Soul, before that thing had even popped up.
You're in his head!
Soul understands Tanaka. Sawa's hand trembled as he clutched the phone.
The taker can never understand how it feels to be taken from. You've hoarded so many things to yourself. So I'm taking some of them back.
And with that, he hung up. Hey, Tanaka! Yeah, you gave his daughter a super Ebola. You fucking almost killed his daughter. Sawa dialed the number again, but Tanaka didn't pick up.
Yeah, no, why would he?
Sawa racked his brain, thinking back on how Tanaka had been acting earlier that day. Had there been anything unusual? Any clue at all, no matter how small? If he could find some hint, maybe he'd be able to find Maria and Toby. That was it. I had been suspicious of Tanaka all along. So much so that she planted a bug on him hidden in a tie clip. Her suspicions must have been pretty strong. Wait. Osawa recalled what Kajiwari had said.
But still, if she is that worried, giving a tie clip as a gift is a bit...
God, Osawa's life is so different tonally from everybody else's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
rolls.
really like... Osawa lives in a nightmare world. Words that struck Osawa as odd when he first heard them. I had never given him a tie clip. His heart gave a heavy throb in his chest. It couldn't be. No, it was impossible. That article from 4-Star Journal Gossip crept back into his mind. The article had talked about a man I had dated before she married Osawa. The man's identity was never revealed. Could it have been Tanaka?
You've hoarded so many things yourself, so I'm taking some of them back.
What's up, gamers?
Hi.
Whoa. Osawa's getting cucked.
Ah!
Is that true? This is the cuck song?
This is
I-
Osawa gets
I-
cucked scene.
I'm really enjoying the cuck song, honestly.
Tanaka's cold
Kinda
words took on a new
interesting.
depth of meaning. Osawa felt the foundations of his life begin to crumble, or
I hope Osawa gets a
he's-
happy
he's-
ending somehow.
Osawa
He's
felt...
really...
Yeah, I feel like the foundations of his life have been crumbling for, I would say, the entire day. Were Tanaka and I accomplices in all this? No. Wait. Just calm down. He couldn't let himself jump to conclusions. He needed to be more level-headed. Everything depended on it. If the two really were accomplices, why would I have planted a bug on Tanaka? What purpose would that serve? What could it mean? It was no use. So I couldn't think of how that made sense. I mean, you would not be open with I, but you would with Tanaka. First things first. He needed to establish what the relationship between I and Tanaka really was. Once he figured that out, he'd be able to get a better handle on the situation. Obviously, he couldn't just go and ask I directly. If she really were involved in all this, she certainly wouldn't tell him the truth.
And then...
Saw thought back to his business card he tossed into the trash. He didn't relish the thought of getting help from that scavenging hyena. Now was no time to be picky.
Norikawa the scavenging hyena is really funny.
Yeah, if he wasn't able to leave the house, he needed someone else to do some investigating for him. Freelance writer, Minori Norikawa. He was Osawa's only hope. Oh, okay. Well...
Huh.
I really
You know,
thought
that's
the Column was
funny.
gonna show up, but no, that's literally it. Okay.
Yeah.
This is like the funniest outcome is that I keep showing up and there's no real lines.
Yeah.
I mean, we
I can just go straight into Osawa.
Yeah.
This is the end
Oh,
of the
right, the trailer, let's go!
Oh god!
Huh?
Everyone in Shibuya is going to die!
He's after Tomi Osawa. How many hours ago was she infected?
There is likely to be live music in my vicinity somewhat soon.
Okay. Should I not do Osawa then to avoid Columbo? Or...
Should we call it a day?
I mean, I'm not quite... It's been like 2.5 hours. No. This game is long. I need to make progress.
Okay.
Yeah, Riley needs to make progress. I'm trapped here until this game's over.
Do you know what the final... Do you know what the final hour is?
Like
Probably
8,
8.
I think.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna go get a snack really quick.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pop out, and I might pop back in.
No worries.
But I'm getting drowsy.
I think I
bye-bye.
hear a sound. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I think I hear a sound check, so I would recommend avoiding Osawa if possible.
Yeah, we can do that. Just forwards. Also, the Nullcasting is the foolish Warp Zone schedule versus the wise FMV schedule. One of us gets games done, the other does a Valentine's Day game until June. Yeah, I mean, I get it though. I get it.
I think you're misrepresenting the way that FMV goes.
Yeah.
How long were you on the FMversary?
I was on the FMversary. Yeah, I did FMversary, and it lasted like 3 months longer than 2 or 3 months longer than I anticipated it to. Because the games
That's
were too
really
long.
funny.
Yeah. It was a good time though. We
Yeah.
all had fun.
Okay.
You wanna go Thomas style so that I overtake the entire stream instead of you having to continue to kill your voice
That's
by
true.
being Minorikawa.
And also, I'm gonna grab a snack really quick.
Oh, we're all getting snacks.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's
That gives me
very
time to
separate.
start eating my snack.
Soul
Hell
keep
yeah.
viewers entertained.
See you later.
Oh, that does not give me time to eating my snacks. I have to entertain the viewers. So I've been playing this game called Atelier Aisha, The Alchemist of Dusk, and this is a long-running JRPG series by the game developer Gust, and it's pretty good. Basically, the way these games work is that you futz around in a JRPG system, like using skills and not knowing what you're doing, and then your alchemist levels up to the point that you just give every single character gear that Let me go get the... Go over here. No, so... you give everyone gear that, has plus fire, ice, and lightning damage. That their damage gets absorbed by is HP. They just have better stats, and all of their attacks decrease the attacks of targets. And also, they just, all their skills are extremely cheap and deal more damage. And you just give that to everyone, and you just make, and then you either make multiple copies at once, or you give it to your friend, and then your friend just makes another one for you every month. So then you can just give those to everyone in your party. And so what happens is that you go into a battle, and then a skill that by default costs like 30 mana costs like 1. And then you just press that nuke every turn, and your guy deals 1 billion damage that heals them to full health. It's pretty cool. This is the second one of these I've played. Yeah, it's a fun thing. It's like you learn the crafting, and you really learn it, and like you start thinking like, okay, I want to make a whetstone with the dragon killing power on it. How do I get it from this rock to the whetstone? Well, the rock's a bad example because that's straightforward. How do I get it from this flower to this whetstone? And then you put the flour, you make it into some oil, and then you make the oil into the whetstone. And you just have to figure out these links and paths. A lot like this, where we're figuring out a link and path through all these complicated intersecting timelines and stuff. Well, hopefully, see, the voicing situation has gone unfortunate a bit, in that Maria and Aichi need to not interact again as much as they did in this one. But I think Osawa and Minorikawa are gonna keep interacting, which is bad for Riley. Oh well. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I bet it really is similar to modern Minecraft in terms of like why you're into it. It is, but it's like modern Minecraft's a little too much for me in a way that like this hasn't been, which is funny. It's probably because I'm not also playing Minecraft. Also, you're playing a JRPG while doing all this feels easier to me than also you're playing Minecraft while doing all this, I think. So... See, if I had a cat or something, it'd be easy to entertain people because I just make the cat make noises. But I don't have a cat. I can't just pull up a Bosco. Although I wouldn't want a Bosco. Bosco seems like he causes a lot of problems to Riley. Now, you didn't hear it from me, but I think that someone's secretly paying Bosco to assault Riley. I think Bosco's on someone's payroll. I think there's a conspiracy going on. As you can see, I don't have a cat. Here's an embarrassing thing. Whenever Riley is like, "Soul, it's your turn to speak as this character," the reason why I don't respond immediately is usually because I'm looking at Grand Blue Fantasy. My husband's telling me that I should be executed for this, and I will admit that it is a weakness. It's a proper weakness. However, menus are fun is the thing I'm learning about myself, is that I think menus are fun. And that's kind of what Grand Blue Fantasy really is just a lot of menuing.
I'm back.
Just in time.
Sorry for the struggle. I had to make a comment.
It's fine. I was only awkwardly silent for a little bit.
Great. Anyway, let's see what Maria's deal is. She's so happy.
She's getting shot.
Oh yeah, she's getting shot. That's right.
Wait, hold on.
Also, I didn't acknowledge it, but the fucking, if you work on super diseases, life curses you with thriller plotline. If you love recycling, you get the action meet cute. Yeah.
That is good. Is my name Hitomi Osawa?
That's a great way to make him stop shooting you.
It is though, because I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
You
As at my shout, the man with the cane hesitates, his finger on the trigger.
What do you mean by that? I'm trying to do Echo's voice.
The barrel of the gun is still aimed squarely at my head. I mean exactly what I said. Is my name Hitomi Osawa? I don't know who I am!
You're trying to play games with me.
I'm not playing with anyone, I swear. I'm utterly desperate now. Getting killed is one thing, but who wants to die without even knowing who they are? Tell me, am I Hitomi Osawa or not?
If I turn my own voice up, I suppose I can. It seems fine on my end. Like, I guess it's a little bit quiet. It wouldn't be a stream if Andrea didn't have some sort of audio problem with it.
The man gives me a good hard look.
Damn it. I wonder. Sorry, I'm doing that. That voice is kind of quiet because it's like a low,
Yeah.
rumble.
He continues to study me along the barrel of the gun.
Tell me what you know.
It's an order, not a request. What I know about what? Look, I have amnesia. I quickly summarize what's happened to me since I woke up in that storehouse. The man listens intently, never taking his eyes off me.
Ah, I see. So that's what's going on. Telling a guy with a
Once
gun
I'm
about that
done
they're
with
almost
my
stuck in a clown
story,
costume.
the man with the gun sits down on an empty soda crate. Seems he believes me, at any rate. That's a relief, if nothing else. So then, am I Hitomi Osawa?
No.
Then who is Hitomi Osawa? Is she someone who looks like me?
Shut your mouth. Just be quiet.
His expression is vacant.
What
What am I going... Oh, sorry.
What am I going to do? I love her fucking shirt. God, I don't.
Smoking UT head?
Okay, smoking MJ, you tea head. What is the top of words? Like, it's obviously a weed shirt. What is the top phrase?
Halloween shirt!
It says smoking MJ, you tea head. But what is the top line? I need to know. I can't fucking believe that that's the shirt they put her in for this, like, latter half of the game.
It's so good. If I'm not Hitomi Osawa, does that mean you don't have any business with me?
Seems so.
In that case, can I go? The assassin doesn't answer. He lets his pistol hang limp in his hand, the muzzle dropping to point at the ground. It doesn't look like he wants to kill me anymore, but it doesn't look like he'll just let me go quietly either. I think maybe we should wait for an opportunity and not go for the gun.
Yeah.
If nothing else, it'll be a really easy thing if there's a scenario later where, man, it'd be really good if this guy didn't have the gun right now.
Yeah.
I remain motionless, waiting for an opportunity to run away.
I might not make it in time. And mutters to himself under his breath.
Not make it in time for what? I'm curious now, but this is hardly the time or place to try to find out more. I've learned for certain that I'm not Hitomi Osawa, which basically tells me nothing. I'm right back to square one on figuring out who I am.
Does Hitomi have the scary disease? No? Okay, so the plot is, fucking... Hitomi was infected by Tanaka to get Osawa... Tanaka tells Osawa, hey, Hitomi has the scary disease. So they both go and get... No, wait, no. Someone else tells Osawa that Hitomi has the scary disease. Probably Tanaka, honestly, because it was a voice mod. Then, yeah, they go and get the cure, then it's put into Hitomi, and then it works, and then Tanaka is trying to abduct Hitomi to take it out of his bloodstream, take it out of her bloodstream, and this guy, Tateno, is, I believe, trying to kill Hitomi to foil that plan. Because it's, like, the only way to do it? Or potentially to make it so that if she dies, the virus dies with her, because maybe the vaccine hasn't finished working yet. Like, maybe if they take the vaccine out of her bloodstream, she'll turn back into a viral agent. Who knows?
I don't. The assassin has gone quiet, sitting on a pile of crates. He seems lost in thought. Still, I don't dare try to get away. All I can do is stand and wait and mull over my own situation. I like it getting blurrier. Just who am I? I ask myself again and again. I am. I am. I am.
No, I have no business with you, the man finally says. Go. Don't worry. I won't follow you.
I wonder if I can believe him. Maybe he's just trying to get me off my guard so he can shoot me in the back.
Do not go to the police, or go back home. Lay low by yourself somewhere for a while.
How long is a while?
Until around sundown. This should all be over by then.
It'll all be over? I have no idea what it is, but I decide not to pry, in case he decides to change his mind. Okay, I'm going to run away now.
Sure.
I take a slow step backward. I'm starting to turn away when he speaks up again.
Before you go, I need to tell you one more thing.
What's that?
When you get your memories back, I'm sure you're going to hate me. And so, I apologize in advance.
Of course, I have no idea what he's talking about, but it makes me feel even more uneasy.
I truly am sorry.
I've got no response for that, so I give the man one last look before I turn and run. What's going on?
This guy is so fucking... What the fuck is he doing?
He's probably Tatano just on the basis of,
He's so remorseful.
I don't know where Tatano is otherwise in this.
Yeah.
But, also then what's going on with the, why did Tatano let the terrorists go?
Hey, look at that thing in the top left. The yellow hands, but they kind of look like they're, Kirby feet. Like, this thing is feet
I
that are
don't
hands.
like that. I decided to look someplace to hide out for a while, as the gunman suggested. But since I don't really know my left from right in this town, that's easier said than done. Before I realize it, I've made it my way back to the knick-knack shop where I bought the necklace. Maybe I could hide out in here? Bad idea. As I contemplate the possibility, I hear an all too familiar voice. Oh dear.
Tubba, 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 tubba! Yep.
There's Mr. Yanagashita on the floor of the shop. He's been tied up with some rope. What happened, boss?
Look, this is all just... I was framed.
Nah, whatever happened, I'm pretty sure it was all his fault. Just call it a hunch.
He says I'm a thief. Well, I say he's the thief for selling the stuff he finds around town.
Hey, the sales clerk steps into view, scowling. Just what are you implying?
What in the world is going on here? I haven't the foggiest. I like that she took off the catsuit, but she hasn't stopped being like this.
Yeah. Tama, help me, please.
Yanagashita kicks and squirms like a hyperactive child.
Do you know this man?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of Yakuza ass shit in this game.
Yeah, this game is very Yakuza.
No, well, I mean, sorta.
He's a real pain. He's been making it seem like this for as long as he's been here. I find it hard to imagine.
I find it hard to imagine a worse way to interfere with someone's business.
I hate to ask, but could you take him to the police for me?
The police?
Yeah.
Oh, well, the police. The gunman did specifically warn me not to go to them. I feel no loyalty to that killer, but I am reluctant to antagonize him. And for reasons that I can't explain, I have a strong sense that going to the police right now is a bad move. But Mr. Yanagashita isn't privy to my thoughts, and he looks at me with a hopeful gleam in his eye.
Yeah, that'll work. Tama can take me to the police. And then we can put this all behind us. All's well that ends well, right?
Well, sure. Feeling like I have no choice, I leave the shop with him. This is a lot. Oh, yeah!
Okay!
Mr. Yanagashita says excitedly as soon as we're out of earshot.
Now let's go find Shiri.
Huh? Aren't we going to the pole?
What? No, we're not really gonna go. Oh man, I am so glad you showed up, Tama. Now come on, let's go find Shiri.
From the big grin on his face, I have an inkling of what's coming next. You've thought of another get-rich-quick scheme, haven't you?
Goodness, Tama, you can see right through me.
It's not that difficult. It's practically written all over your face, boss. Mr. Yanagashita isn't really listening. He's too full of enthusiasm.
This time I got a line on 10 million yen. So come on, let's go make ourselves stinking rich.
How the He punctuates his grand announcement by pointing fervently at some non-existent listener named Riley.
Yeah, me.
That's new.
Yeah, fun slide transition.
This was a bad end. This was a bad end. Iron Stomach, a celebration of truly astonishing appetites. When the mighty stomach triumphs over the endless cavalcade of icebergs, the hero shall be blessed with fame and fortune. I stand with Cheery on the winner's podium. The cheers and applause are deafening when the master of ceremonies makes the announcement. Okay, well, this is a good end, strictly speaking, but I mean, I guess it's a bad end because Maria's never going to get her memories back at this point.
Yeah. It's so funny how there's like multiple Tama bad ends where she's just like living it up, like she has a great life, but that's not the ending of the story, so it's bad end.
Well, it's bad because it means that she is fully like abandoned her former self.
Yeah.
Chiri is the champion. She laughs with delight as she holds up this trophy that signifies her 10 million yen win. And me, I got runner-up. I wasn't too into the idea at first, but after giving it a shot, I found the professional gluttony kind of grows on you. Even I was surprised by how much I could eat, and I have to admit, it felt kind of good. My memory still hasn't come back, but that doesn't matter anymore. I found myself a new purpose. Me and Chiri, we're gonna ruin Chinese restaurants to steal Chiri's spot on the throne! That right there is now my greatest goal in life.
She's becoming a competitive eater.
I love that I thought that it was like, oh, we're gonna ruin, like, multiple restaurants together. And, like, no. Tama is now stuck in a life of trying to, like, fucking out-eat Kirby.
Yeah. Well, I guess we do the literal one thing that we could do, which is to say...
I kind of think that maybe someone else has to, like, undo... Yeah, I feel like it's more that, like, because it was how long later it is, I think someone else puts Yanagashita on a path that doesn't get him there, or something like that. We could go Aichi.
Oh, Sawa's next thing is at 3:30. He just starts there. What?
Or... That's funny. I mean, I guess he has to wait for Minorikawa.
Yeah.
He's kind of stuck on other people.
We could do Achi.
We could do Aichi, but I mean, yeah, I guess because Maria's locked right now, so doing Aichi doesn't make it bad for you next week. If we just do the two characters that I play, it's not worse for you next week immediately.
Yeah.
Because we didn't really do Maria yet.
Yeah. Good night, Mel.
Bye.
Yeah, I mean, we could go... Like, we have like an hour or so left for stream in. So, we could do Kano, or... I think Kano or Achi is the route that I'm thinking, because we did a lot of Minorikawa today. Maybe Kano, because we haven't done much Kano at all today.
Yeah, we didn't do a lot of Kano. Kano ended up having, like, nothing left, so...
Yeah, he literally just had... You had to just fix something, and then that was the end. FMV? Technically?
Oh, yeah.
Connor practically died from the car when it arrived on the scene in Maria Macho. The place was teeming with officers and onlookers alike. Out of the way! Please move aside! I wish the siren would stop. Satsuyama was lying in a massive pool of blood. Satsuyama! Thank God. Connor rushed to his partner's side. The knife was still embedded deep in Satsuyama's belly. Its handle shuddered each time he drew a labored breath.
Guess I messed up.
Satsuyama could only manage a raspy murmur. Please, don't try to talk, Connor urged.
Looks like I...
Oh, am I getting disconnected from Discord? Is that why I keep hearing the squeaky noise?
Oh, is that what that is?
It might be. What? Discord? Sorry, brief aside, Discord, in my personal experience lately, has been fucking so bad. Just, like, kind of frequently disconnecting folks, like me and other people. Just, like, really weird. Not even, like, fully disconnecting, but just, like, blipping people out, basically. It's weird. Also, he did get Shibuya scrambled. Anyway, do you say you won't be celebrating, or... Because I didn't hear that.
Looks like I won't be celebrating. Mrs. Birthday.
Oh my god, it's his wife's birthday today, I forgot.
No. No, he's gonna know!
Sasayama drew a small package from his pocket. It had been neatly wrapped and fitted with a pretty little ribbon.
Whoa, Mondo, cool.
Yeah, see, that time was my time to just leave for no reason.
Yeah, cool. Why? Stop doing that, Discord!
Here. Give this to Michan for me.
I'm just gonna mute soundboard sounds for a time.
Yeah, you should do that. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's not fucking our fault the Discord's being weird. Hunter shook his head. No way. You can give it to her yourself.
You've never met Michan, huh? She's real pretty. Probably surprised how pretty she is.
I know. You told me all about her.
Please. Give this to my wife for me.
Mustering up the last of his strength, Sasayama pressed the gift into Kano's hand. Sasayama?
Kano's having a bad day.
Sasayama's hand dropped back down into the puddle of blood. Null missed the sad Sasayama death scene. Fucked up.
And you know what's the best part about this? Kano's gonna still have scenes with his fucking, like, evil,
Father-in-law?
girlfriend's father.
Yeah. Paramedic team finally arrived at the scene.
Everyone's having a better than a day in Ozawa today.
As Sasayama was loaded into the ambulance, Kano felt a surge of rage roiling inside him. Clenching his fist so hard his nails dug into his palm, he marched over to the captive Alcarwan. You son of a bitch! Punch. He wound up for a punch to Alcarwan's face, only to have his arm caught forcibly by the elbow. I wonder who it is. Surprise, it's obviously Jack
Surprise!
Stanley.
It's Jack Stanley!
Spinning his head around, he found Stanley standing there. Stanley. Let go of me, Stanley! The American had a grip of steel, and Kano's arm wouldn't budge.
They allow you to assault suspects here in Japan, do they?
Kano bit his lip, then lowered his shaking fist. No, of course not. Carwine let out a nasal chuckle as he watched the pair. The cold glare, Stanley strolled over to him. He leaned in close to whisper something, and all at once the blood drained from Alcarwan's face. Visibly shaken, Alcarwan said something back to Stanley. Stanley gave a slight nod and left the captive with the police escort. Connor went over to him. Hey, what was that all about?
Apparently, Alcarawan gave Hitomi some instructions. Told her to get into a blue minivan that was parked alongside Dogonzaka.
So Stanley's hunch had been correct. But why had Alcarawan confessed so quickly? How'd you get him to talk?
You don't need to know that.
Turning on his heel, Stanley went to report the news about the blue van to the task force. I mean, they do know that his entire, like, a lot of his people were killed by an assassin, so there's, like, that.
Yeah, I imagine he said, Kanon already killed all your dudes. I'm gonna just let her get you too if you don't,
Yeah.
tell me. Or something like that.
Kuze immediately directed the detectives nearest Dogonzaka to look into it, but they found no blue minivan in the area. The order then came down for all personnel to search for the vehicle. Kana flew back to another item in the Dick diary. Dick Dictum, number 14.
Oh boy.
Use the dead as a stepping stone. but be sure to die a stepping stone yourself.
Ooh,
Jesus Christ, dude!
ooh, that's a dire one, Tatsuno.
In the abstract, Kano could appreciate the nobility of self-sacrifice, but when he thought of Sasayama's bloodstained figure, it wasn't so easy to keep his emotions in check.
First time you've ever seen a fellow officer get hurt?
He's like crying. Stanley had come back over to him.
We don't have time to relax. You can't keep your anger in, then do something about it. Here and now.
Stanley pointed to his own drawer.
Hit me, American style.
They're enemies to lovers. I've been saying this. It's real.
Look, this is, they're good is the thing. This isn't funny.
Fujoshi vision activated. Kano smiled wryly at the unexpected proposal.
C is the coolest. C is the coolest.
Yeah.
We want it so bad.
Without a word, Kano threw a punch. Stanley soaked up the rage-fueled blow, his face a mask of calm. Kano felt all the more miserable in the face of such a flinching resolve. Oh, we're such a bumbling clod. Sasayama would never have...
Hey, don't blame yourself. You guys have been doing better than I expected.
More sarcasm, huh? Stanley's mouth curled up sheepishly, and he held his hands wide. Kuze's voice suddenly cut in over the wireless.
We've located the blue minivan!
Pronounced
It's
Japanese.
in non-one comb! On Koendori!
Hitomi might be there, and maybe the kidnapper's ringleader would turn up too. On pure reflex, Kano broke into a run. Stanley followed close behind. They sped through the back streets, making their way toward Koendori. Kano was a pretty fast runner, but Stanley kept up with him without apparent difficulty. Are you in the army or something?
No, the Marines.
The United States Marine Corps, a rapid deployment force specializing in amphibious landing operations, an independent branch of the armed forces, along with the Army, Navy, and Air Force. The Marines' motto is Semper Fidelis, Latin for always faithful. It wasn't much further to Koendori.
Kano, if we find that van, don't get too close.
Stanley warned. It could be a trap. These people will do anything to carry out their goal. Oh, no, wait, okay. There's just not a quote marks there.
It could be a trap. These people will do anything to carry out their goals.
Anything, huh? Kano could sense the truth of Stanley's words. He reminded himself that his life did depend on remembering them. He raised his eyes. They were coming up on Koendori. Suddenly, a boom as loud as cannon fire shook the area. Something's wrong. That's no ordinary city noise. Oh my god, there's a bomb!
Whoa!
A column of black smoke rose up from between two nearby buildings. Passersby stopped and stared, grasping an alarm. More FMVE. Oh yes! Yes! Yes!
Yes!
FMV!
Let's go! We're here!
Oh my god, yes! Yes! Yes!
I fucking loved Stanley in motion. He's so funny looking.
When the pictures move! It's so, like, satisfying to get FMV after, like, a bunch of just, like, not video. It's just like, oh, yes.
Then Kano saw flames. This hadn't been an accident. Someone had set off an explosion. Several people were on the ground nearby, evidently injured by the detonation. Mr. Minorikawa! Mr. Minorikawa! A high school-aged girl was crying, clinging tightly to a man who'd been caught in the blast!
No!
Kano recognized her as the girl he talked to earlier, during the traffic jam.
Oh,
The man looked like he might still be alive. Kano hurried over to them. Police!
Oh my god, Minorikawa!
Oh,
Sorry
what
for
did he
yelling,
do?
but blood was streaming from the man's mouth. He clearly suffered some internal damage.
Hang in there, buddy. Stay with us.
Man's face twisted up in pain, but somehow I managed to croak out a few words. Hunter let out a gasp. The man's voice was almost too weak to hear, but what he said still shook Kano to the core. This man knew something important. Something crucial to the investigation. Rescue vehicles arrived on the scene, and the wounded man was promptly loaded onto a stretcher. When he was placed inside the ambulance, Kano flashed his badge at the paramedics and got in alongside.
Okay, maybe this isn't.
The man had already fallen unconscious. Kano
Maybe
didn't know when he
Minorikawa
came
will come
up,
back.
but he knew he needed to hear what the guy had to say. He sensed that the stranger was the key to unlocking the entire case.
Man, this
But
is
the-
so good.
But though Kano took a lonely
No!
vigil,
Bad end.
the man never woke up again. The antiviral
Okay,
had been
well.
given to Hitomi, the blue minivan Al-Karawan told Hitomi to look for. And now the minivan exploded. Kano was sure this man had known how all of these tied together.
How?
But now,
does
the
it!
key to solving the case was gone for good.
He does it, right? Like, how could he?
We gotta go to Minorikawa after this.
How long is it? How long is into it? Is this bad ending? How much does the world change in like 20 minutes?
Okay, that's 35.
Okay. Minorikawa's got some time to go.
Wait a second. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting. Gah!
Ah, he forgot about the fucking ice machine.
Yeah, Minorikawa stopped and let out a cry of frustration. Tatsuki Endo had asked him for a favor after their interview was done. He promised to tell the Wandering Angels that the dry ice machine they purchased was
Yes,
defective.
Wandering Angels episode 5, let's go! Episode 5. At last, the climax of the play drew near. There was a whole string of troubles, but the cast soldiered on, and it looked like things were going to end all right. Then, backstage, Bondo noticed that the dry ice machine was acting strangely. Even after it had been turned off, the machine continued to churn out more dry ice. The producer, Sugazawa, demanded the defective ice be returned immediately, and so Tozuka, Bondo, and Amo loaded into their vehicle and left the theater. Maybe it's fine. Maybe he doesn't have to deal with that.
Well, damn. That had completely slipped his mind. If you recalled correctly, the issue was that once the machine started making dry ice, it wouldn't stop. If we ran back to the theater now, we'd lose about 10 minutes. Minorikawa checked his wristwatch. The loan people would be coming by the editing office before too long. He needed to prove to them that next month's issue of 4-Star General Gossip was well underway, else they'd refuse to wait any longer for a payment. And to do that, he needed to fill a minimum of 6 of the 12 remaining blank pages. He couldn't afford to waste even a single second. This was an awkward position to be in. He needed to keep his promise to Endo, but he also needed to spend his time wisely. Bah! Guess I don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice. You carry that weight, Minorikawa.
This one?
You carry that weight.
You mean, are you saying A?
B.
Oh, okay, B. Yeah, because I don't know if the cafe is in Shibuya Plaza, I'm pretty sure, so... Well, I don't know. We'll see.
He has to go back to the theater. That's the thing he said he'd do.
He'd agreed to take on responsibility. He headed back to the theater. When he got there, he flagged down the first guy he saw to tell him about the dry ice machine. Hey, make sure you remember what I'm about to tell you, okay? The dry ice machine is broken. The man stared back at him blankly, but Minorikawa just forged ahead. Got it? The dry ice machine is broken. It needs to go back to the electronics store. Make sure you let the folks in charge here know. His obligation met, he hurried back to the cafe to get back to work on his copy. On the way, he caught sight of a young couple running. They seemed like an odd pair. The girl looked prim and proper, while the boy struck him as a bit thuggish. In fact, the boy's clothing was very much in the style worn by Shibuya street gangs. Maybe he'd know something about SOS. Hurrying to cross their path, Minorikawa called out to the pair.
Minorikawa was so strong.
He's like, he really is tying everything together, which is funny.
It's really funny because he's just like accidentally like trying to do that, yeah.
Hey, mind if I ask you something? Have you heard of SOS? The pair stopped, eyeing him warily. The young man spoke.
Yeah? Why do you ask?
Do you happen to be a member yourself?
No, not anymore.
Well, if the kid had once been a part of the group, he ought to be able to provide some background anyhow. Minorikawa took a step closer to the couple, formulating his next question. But they didn't stick around to hear it.
Let's go,
The young man said, and a moment later, he and the girl were running away. Ah, hey! The pair paid him no heed. In a moment, they had vanished down an alley. The story about SOS would have to wait until later. Minorikawa hurried into the cafe. Wasting no time, he sat right down, plugged his laptop into the nearest power outlet. He plugged himself down on the floor and hit the computer's power switch. The waitress gave him a disapproving look.
sir. I'm afraid you can't sit there.
Well, it looks like your tables are full. I'll make do here.
Well, being able to make do isn't really the issue.
I'll have a coffee, please.
Just do whatever you want.
The waitress turned away and stared vacantly up at the ceiling. You know, a person can only get away with being obnoxious for so long.
A person can only get away with being obnoxious for so long. Sooner or later, someone's likely to call the police. Oh no, it was him.
You know, a person can only get away with being obnoxious for so long. Sooner or later, someone's going to call the police. Minorikawa looked up from his work, startled to see the burning hammer salesman standing over. You're Mr. Yanagashita. Thank you so much for stopping by earlier. Are you going to write your article here? Yanagashita eyed Minorikawa's computer. Ooh, that's the latest model, isn't it? Look, I got no time to talk right now.
Minorikawa, you can save Yanagashita from going to
From
the
winning
Iron
10 million yen?
tournament. Yeah,
You can save Mr. Yanagashita
you can
from...
save him from the good fate.
Minorikawa opened the file with his half-written copy. Ooh, what's this? Chaos at bogus weight loss
drink sales demo? Yanagashita read the copy aloud. The organizer, Junichi Yanagashita, didn't really have a whiff of deceit about him. His breath also stunk. Sound good? Norikawa asked. I wanted to make sure I gave an accurate impression. Oh, I love what you've done with it. This is a great copy. Fantastic. Yanagashita turned to look at him with a manic grin. Yeah, isn't it? In a flash, Yanagashita's face went from grinning to livid. Oh my god. Like hell it is! You think I'm gonna just let you write something like that? Oh my god! He stole his fucking computer.
What's fucking wrong with this guy?
Snatching at the computer, Yanagashita bolted out of the cafe. Hey, get back here! Morikawa leapt to his feet and rushed off in pursuit. Oh my god. This is why he's in the town square!
Wait.
This is why
No,
he's-
no, it's
oh my
fine.
God, he's
They
just
run
running
right
around.
past it.
As he sprinted madly along, Yanagashita turned down a narrow alley. Norikawa stayed close behind, desperate not to lose sight of him. His quarry began to weave his way through the back alleys of Shibuya. This guy clearly knew his way around town. By Miyashita Park, they zipped up onto a pedestrian bridge. Just where the heck was this idiot going?
What is he doing?
Halfway across the overpass, Yanagashita suddenly stopped.
No. No, Yanagashita, don't do it.
Confused, Norikawa stopped as well.
Don't
No!
do it.
Give that back! He called. The next moment, Yanagashita flashed a mocking grin and dangled the laptop over the railing.
What's going
Uh-oh. Norikawa lunged toward him, but it was already too late. The laptop left Yanagashita's hand and went spinning down through the air. Then, the two men struggled. Yanagashita himself toppled over the railing. Not hesitating, Norikawa jumped down as well!
What?
Ah,
What?
scary.
What? What? Huh? Riley, what's going on?
Whoa! Ah! Norikawa landed hard. As he struggled to regain his breath, he looked around and saw Yanagashita beside him. Incredibly, the laptop was safe in the charlatan's grasp. Apparently, he somehow managed to catch it in midair. Before he could be too relieved, however, Yanagashita got to his feet and took off running again. Get back here, you little weasel! I don't think so!
What's
The Yanagashita guy was infuriating. That, and he was really fast. Norikawa considered himself a decent runner, but he couldn't manage to gain on Yanagashita. If running away was a competitive sport, the guy would be a world-class superstar. As he ran along, a peculiar thought occurred to him. Hold on a minute. If he hates my copy that much, shouldn't he have wanted my computer to break? Why'd he go out of his way to catch it like that? Made no sense at all. Hey! What are you planning to do with my laptop? Yanagashita glanced back at him. Gonna sell it! Sorry about this! What? Norikawa was taken aback. Consider it compensation for defamation of character! Even worse than
Defamation of character.
somehow.
In the civil sense, the act of unlawfully damaging another person's character or reputation in the public eye. In the criminal sense, the act of disseminating damaging facts about an individual to an unspecified large number of people.
Come on, get real. It can't be defamation if the article hasn't run yet. Then consider it an advance on the compensation. This was so nonsensical it made Norikawa's head hurt. But now at least he knew why Yanagashita dived after the computer. The thief continued to weave his way through the side streets.
His speed didn't diminish in the slightest. Damn it. This guy has too much experience running away.
This is so... Like... I don't know what's going on, honestly.
What is going to happen? Norikawa's stamina began to fade, and finally he lost sight of his quarry. But that didn't mean he was ready to give up the search. There were articles on the computer that were right on the verge of completion. Whatever it took, he had to get it back. Yanagashi said he was going to sell it. Where could he be headed then? I mean, obviously he was headed to a knick-knack shop.
We know who's heading to the knick-knack shop.
Probably he was headed to a knick-knack shop. Norikawa recalled seeing one near the Burning Hammer demo scene. He also recalled seeing a poster outside the place that read, "We buy computers at top prices." I was like...
Oh yeah, it was when he was getting his
fucking
ass
sign! This, like, sign that's been here for ages.
It's so important. It's been so important.
Damn. The guy had led him on a wild goose chase. That shop surely was where he was going to sell the laptop. Gulping a deep breath, he headed in that direction. There you are, Yanagashi. Norikawa burst into the shop and sent her guy, an accusing finger pointing squarely at the thief. Listen, there's no way I'm buying a computer that doesn't have a power cable. Details, details. All you sell here is junk anyway. And the Yanagashi and shopkeeper had gotten into an argument.
I'll take over the shopkeeper in the next line also.
Thank you.
For you.
Norikawa recognized the shopkeeper. It was the guy he'd run into on the roadside earlier. That computer belongs to me, Norikawa shouted as he marched up to them. Give it back. Yanagashi clutched the laptop to his chest. Nuh-uh! I need the money! Knock it off. You're acting like a child. Norikawa tried to slap him out of his tantrum, but Yanagashi ducks to avoid the blow. Then, bizarrely, Yanagashi froze. His Sharingan!
What?
He broke into an incomprehensible stammer. That's it! Yanagashi snatched up a flyer that his gaze had fixed on. Iron stomach, huh? This right here is my little bluebird of happiness, he cried. You know what? You can have this. Yanagashi shoved the laptop into Norikawa's arms. And welcome to it, you idiot! I don't need no worthless computer.
How did...
You're the idiot, Buster! Norikawa smacked Yanagashi right across the face. Essentially, he judo chopped him in the head.
Yeah.
Ouch! Hitting him felt good. He decided to do it again.
You didn't feel good. He decided to do it again.
He drew back his arm to deliver another blow. But then, someone else came into the shop. Yanagashi's eyes lit up as they saw who it was. Oh, my angel! Whatever is my darling Miku doing here? Miku stood in the doorway, on the verge of tears. Mr. Norikawa. I think Troko was doing this. You can do her.
Mr. Minorikawa.
She began. Then her voice choked up. Miku? What's the matter? Something wrong? Miku drew in close to Minorikawa's side. Huh? Huh? And the guy just gazed started back and forth between Minorikawa and Miku. You two know each other? Sort of. More to the point, is she the girl you said you were in love with? That's right! The one and only Miku! I have her entrance music set as my ringtone. Paying no heed to Yanagashi's excitement, he could keep her eyes fixed on Minorikawa.
I lost. To a girl who knows Aiki Jujutsu. I lost!
She buried her face in Minorikawa's chest. Yanagashi let out a gasp. What's this about? What in the what is this all about?
Seemed on the verge of panic.
Mr. Minorikawa, I need to learn Aki Jiu-Jitsu. I feel so ashamed.
She buried her face even deeper into Minorikawa's chest. That's... Oh, it's probably getting edged up. That's so unfair!
His teeth!
His fucking teeth. Yes! Yippee! He ran away!
Nanagashita's saved!
By forcing him to live. Well, he is cursed, really.
He gets to live another day!
He was going to live!
With tears in his eyes, Yanagashita darted out the door. Minorikawa glared after the pathetic fellow as he scampered off. The guy sure knows how to take advantage of a bad situation, I'll give him that.
I'm just glad I got my partner back.
Ordinarily, he'd be inclined to pursue Yanagashita and subject him to a tirade, at the very least. There was no time for that now. Yeah, dude, you have so little time.
You have so little time, and it means that Tama goes to hell or whatever.
Yeah. He explained the situation to the shopkeeper, who flashed a sympathetic smile.
Ah, is that so? Lucky for you. You screwed up then. Much as I'm happy to do business, I just can't buy a computer that doesn't come with its accessories.
So you would have bought it from him if he'd had the accessories?
Of course. Sold or not, it's all the same once I've sold it.
This guy's a fan. I suppose that's true. Minorikawa walked along with him. Yeah, all the same. Like hell it is!
What?
The shopkeeper froze like a startled rabbit. I bet everything you have for sale here has been stolen, hasn't it?
Don't be ridiculous!
I'll warn you up front. There's no use hiding things from me. I've interviewed you, after all. I know you.
Well, I mean, this just between you and me, okay? Sometimes I go around gathering stuff that people have lost and I sell it here. But it's not stolen, just repurposed. There's nothing wrong with that, right?
The shopkeeper smiled ingratiatingly. You moron! Minorikawa stuck his finger out in the man's face. Selling lost property is a serious crime, too.
Selling lost property, a potential violation of Article 254 of the Penal Code of Japan regarding embezzlement of lost property, which states, a person who embezzles lost property, drift property, or any other property which belongs to another person and is in no one's possession shall be punished by imprisonment. Imprisonment with work for not more than 1 year, a fine of not more than 1,000 yen, or a petty fine. It is? Well, I mean, I guess I sort of figured it might be, sometimes.
Well, I'm not the police. I'm more into curiosity than legality. In fact, I find this all pretty fascinating. I mean, what sort of things have you gathered up for sale?
Well, let me see. Like this, and that, and that, and that.
The man pointed to various items on his shelves.
And this, and that, and that, and that, and that, I guess?
Nurkar's eyes are directed all over the shop. Everything the shopkeeper had pointed out had a hefty price tag. And you're actually able to sell things like this?
Sure, I can sell stuff. Earlier today, someone bought a big necklace. I listed it for 40,000 yen, but I just counted it down to 30,000.
And you could still make a profit even offering discounts?
Sure. It was just something I found lying on the ground after all.
Norikawa looked back at him. For a moment, he laughed as well. Then his face turned hard. This is no laughing matter! You need to stop what you're doing here, right away. Otherwise, you're going to find out what it's like to get punished by my pen of justice.
I'm sorry! I'm so sorry! Wild.
Norikawa glared. The truth was that right now he was so busy he'd have to let this guy slide. Still, this whole asinine affair had eaten up a big chunk of time he didn't have to waste. He was going to have to finish up his copy back at the editing office. Laptop in hand, he left the shop, only to stop short when a slight figure stepped out in front of him.
Mr. Minorikawa!
Miku stood there, barring his path.
Please introduce me to a dojo where I can learn Aikijujutsu!
I'm sorry. I really don't have time for this right now. Norikawa tried to hurry onward, but she stubbornly refused to let him pass.
You introduced me to other dojo before, remember?
I suppose so, now that you mention it. He tried to slip by on her right-hand side. She was quick to block him.
You're the one who introduced me to the world of martial arts, Mr. Minorikawa!
Well, yes, you're putting me in a bit of a bind here. Trying to slip by on her left was a no-go, too. She could anticipate his every move.
Please, just hear me out!
She was speaking through quiet sobs now.
I can't stand to leave things like this.
She looked Minorikawa right in the eye. Sorry, you'll just have to persevere until you're able to win again. It's something you need to do yourself.
But...
You were the champion at that one pub, right? Maybe your mistake was thinking that you'd be able to win in an actual for-real fight. Miku began to tremble.
You jerk!
Miku delivered a blindingly flossed slap to Minorikawa's cheek.
Why'd you have to put it like that? You're so mean.
Bursting into tears, Miku ran off. Hey, Miku! She gave no sign she'd heard him, and didn't turn around. Minorikawa rubbed his cheek. Stung. For once, he actually regretted what he'd said. Maybe he should have assumed she'd be willing to just give up her hobby. He did in fact know of several Aikijutsu... Oh my god! He did in fact know of several Aikijutsu dojos. If only he had the time, he could have introduced her easily enough. Checking his watch, he saw that he only had 30 minutes and change until 4 o'clock. There was no more wiggle room at this point. These articles needed to get written, and fast. He needed to get back to the editing department. And yet... Oh, damn it all to hell! I can't get work done like this! Minorikawa broke into a run. He didn't run for Heaven Publishing. Instead, he went after Miku. Yep.
He's gonna blow himself up.
He's gonna get blown up. Keep out!
Oh, never mind. It's a keep out. This is the canon route, I guess. It's fine.
I mean, that makes sense, because something clearly happens between now and him exploding. I mean, I guess we do Achi then? Just as the, last... Just for a little bit? Just to see
sure.
See how far we can get with Achi. Kanan led them into a narrow back alley. Members of SOS don't come by here very much. Word has it that in this place, around 10 years ago, one man beat the crap out of 7 street toughs in the blink of an eye all by himself. Over time, people have offered various theories, that he was an assassin, that he was some foreign soldier, even that he might have been a ghost. And to this day, the urban legend lives on.
That was Kiryu Kazuma.
The moment she stopped, Hitomi spoke up. Why was my sister kidnapped? Do you want to be Kanan for now?
Before I answer that, there's something I need to tell you.
Her tone was cold and sharp.
I've come to Japan because I'm on a mission. I'm not at liberty to discuss all the details.
Alright. Toby gave a slight nod.
To answer your question, Maria was kidnapped by mistake.
What? But why?
Because this kidnapper isn't after Maria. They're after you.
Who's after me?
The mastermind behind this whole thing.
Her tone was matter of fact.
Whoa! Hold on! What do they want to tow me for? That I cannot say. Well then, who is this person? I can't tell you that either. You see, their sex, nationality, age, appearance, just about everything about them is shrouded in mystery. So, there's not honestly much I can tell you.
Aji and Hitomi stood dumbfounded.
What gives? So you're saying all that you know is that this person is some lame name like Mastermind?
Hitomi turned to whisper in his ear. Mastermind isn't actually their name.
Mastermind, originally used solely to refer to someone of remarkable intellect. The term first took on its criminal connotations in the 19th century. I'm here because I'm looking for revenge.
Revenge? What for?
This person also killed my friend.
Kanan's inscrutable eyes flashed with a threatening gleam. Earlier you said that it was your fault my sister got kidnapped. Kanan cast her eyes down.
4 days ago, I managed to learn this criminal's plan. So I got in touch with Maria and told her that you were going to be attacked at that party.
So that's why she told me not to go. Tommy's always trembled as she spoke.
I gave Maria a small GPS tracker to give you, but I guess you never got it? Global Positioning System, a network of man-made satellites and ground-based control stations for providing geolocation data. Alternatively,
Beeping is so shrill. Oh my god, that's so bad.
Yeah, that was
bad.
modern cell
Sorry
phones
about
and
that.
vehicle navigation systems use the GPS.
I don't know. It was such an awful beeping, but I do love this infographic. Sorry about that, everyone. Tomi shook her head. I see. She must still have it, then. Wait. So then, my sister... Color drained from Tomi's face as she understood.
Yes, Maria acted as a decoy, and let herself get kidnapped in your stead.
Hitomi swayed on her feet, shocked to the verge of fainting. Aji hurriedly reached out and caught her in his arms.
But wait! He said to Kanan as he held Hitomi up. I don't get that either. Why didn't neither of them go? Then nobody would have been kidnapped, right? I mean, why'd her sister need to go and act as a decoy?
Kanan let out a tiny sigh.
If she hadn't gone to the party, the kidnappers would have just found some other opportunity to come after her. Ah, okay. That sort of makes sense. I'm betting that Maria's plan was to use the GPS to lead me to those guys' hideout. She wanted to keep her sister safe, and also figured she could help me with my mission. It's the sort of scheme she'd think of. So, then can't you use the GPS to locate Itomi's sister?
Kanan shook her head.
The GPS hasn't been powered on since she was kidnapped.
Oh my god, she doesn't know.
It's possible the kidnappers took it from her.
Oh my god, it's the amulet! It's the amulet!
Wait, what?
The amulet!
Yeah, it's the amulet.
It's the fucking amulet! I'm so... Oh my god. The amulet is a GPS, of course! Oh my god.
So after all that, even you can't find Maria?
Archie slumped his shoulder in disappointment.
I didn't say that. What do you mean? I got some intel from those syndicate members we met earlier. Apparently, sometime this morning, they put Maria into a blue minivan, and since then, they've been moving her all around Shibuya.
Archie and Hitomi exchanged glances at the mention of the blue minivan. That's not true, though. It's a lie.
Well, unfortunately, those operatives didn't know what the current situation was exactly.
Hence the scramble.
So we're back to the blue van then.
Archie hardly explained what they'd been through so far. He mentioned how they'd first seen the blue van where the kidnappers had told Hitomi to find it. He'd also described how first the man with the cane, and then a host of others had come after them. He got a little sidetracked here and there, but Kanan quietly listened to the end.
So then, what do you think? Seems like we messed up their scheme a little, huh? Whatever the case, this man with the cane concerns me. I doubt he's working with the others. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's it! Some guy who isn't involved butts in and throws off their whole plan!
Kanan nodded in agreement.
Because you and that man with the cane showed up, they couldn't leave the minivan where it was. They took a sensible precaution. But then, if you think about it, isn't this an opportunity for us to turn the tables on Mr. Mastermind?
Kanan flashed him a faint speculative smile.
I wonder about that. Oh, come on! You're such a buzzkill. Any well-made plan has a good, solid outline, which means that, even after it's come to fruition, it's easy to trace things back to the planner. Is that how it works? By contrast, if you achieve your goals using accidental means, the outline becomes blurred, and it makes it harder for anyone outside looking in to grasp what the actual plan is.
Hachi swallowed hard as he took in the gravity of the situation.
Well, but I mean, like, if there's an accident, people are gonna for sure panic. Plan or not.
The corners of Kanan's lips curled up.
Typically, I suppose. But the people who are after Tomi, not only have they put together a perfect plan, they've purposely left certain tiny holes in it. And so we can't even figure out who they are. The outline of the plan is always too blurry.
Hachi had no response to that. It was like he was hearing about some completely different world beyond the one he knew. What Kanan had said
Actually,
was
you need
true.
to. I actually need to read, like, I don't know, like, maybe if Aichi played like an RTS game, he'd be able to think in these terms.
Yeah. If what Kanan had said was true, he'd been dealing with his opponents that were on a level way above his own.
In any event, since these people are after you, it'd be best if you didn't wander around town anymore.
By now Hitomi had recovered. She stood up straight and shook her head. No, I'm going to find that blue minivan. My sister is in danger because of me. I can't abandon her just to save myself.
Yeah, that's right!
Hachi patted Hitomi on the back.
And if that's what you're gonna do, then I don't care who we're up against. I'm with you in this until the end! Heck, it's too late for me to back out now. That ship's already failed!
Tomi giggled despite herself. It's already sailed, Hachi.
Yeah!
Kanan let out another little sigh.
Alright. Just make sure you're extra careful. You can't count on getting bailed out of trouble like you have before.
I understand. Her eyes showed no trace of doubt or fear. Kanan gave her a slight nod. He disappeared on the other. Oh, chair's creaking. Sorry about that, everyone.
Right then. Want to get back to looking for that minivan?
Then he stopped, remembering their previous efforts. If they just heedlessly wandered around town, they'd probably end up in the same trouble they'd encountered before. They'd get chased by the man with the cane, or by the kidnappers, and their search would be interrupted yet again. What should they do? There had to be a better way. Hello,
There
Lady
has
Kanan.
to be a better way!
Hachi happened to glance upward and caught sight of a surveillance camera installed on one of the streetlights.
Ooh! That's it!
Hmm?
Gah! I can't believe I didn't think of it before!
Hitomi peered at him, startled by his sudden shouting.
We just need to use my old man's surveillance cameras and this will be a breeze!
Hachi took Hitomi by the hand and started running. His destination? The security camera monitoring room in Dogenzaka.
We're using Aichi's fucking Sonic the Hedgehog sounds.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
love this. It's so Sonic. It's like very funny how much the theme is that. Hachi didn't slow his pace until they were nearing their destination. Then he turned to look back at Hitomi. He was about to ask if she was doing alright when someone close at hand called out to them. Hey, mind if I ask you something? Have you ever heard of SOS? Hachi stopped in his tracks as a stranger stepped in front of him. The guy looked too old to be picking a fight with SOS. Hachi regarded him with suspicion.
Yeah? Why do you ask?
Do you happen to be a member yourself?
No, not anymore.
Man's eyes flashed with a gleam of recognition. Did this guy know who he was? With a broad grin, the stranger took a step closer. Hachi's heart sank. He couldn't afford to get caught up in some new hassle right now. Hitomi flashed him a worried look.
Let's go.
Hachi and Hitomi dodged past the man and hurried onward. Even if the guy was harmless, they needed to be on their guard. There was no telling just how many thugs and assassins were looking for Hitomi. Rather than head directly for the surveillance building, Hachi decided he better make sure the stranger wasn't up to something. Hitomi followed as he slipped quickly into a back alley.
It's really funny that we're all so on edge that just like Minorikawa makes us take longer to get to our goal.
What was that guy's deal?
No idea. But he sure seemed kind of fishy. Doesn't look like he's coming after us, though.
They took a quick detour through another seedy back alley. Then, as they were starting to head toward their original destination, Hachi felt a sudden searing pain in his back.
Oh dear.
Ah! Glancing over his shoulder, he discovered that one of the foreign syndicate members had crept up and struck him from behind.
No. Oh no. I've been stabbed.
Is this another bad end?
Ah!
Oh, that's you. Toby screamed. Another man had suddenly appeared, grabbing her by the arms.
I guess this one's unsolvable for us, because Aichi hasn't done anything. I guess, like, we need, fucking... No, but we played as Gano and Jack Stanley!
I think it's Maria. I think Maria needs to do something. Hachi tried to reach out to her, but his arm was leaden. His body refused to obey his commands. As the attacker wrenched the knife from his back, Hachi felt the blood gushing out of his wound. The two men started to drag Hitomi away.
Damn it.
He tried to pursue them, but his legs faltered and couldn't find their footing. He was losing blood so fast he was starting to fade from consciousness. Hachi could only watch, impotently, as Hitomi was dragged further and further away. And what perfect timing for that to happen, because it's about 2 o'clock, so it's about time for the stream to end. And so we've gotten 3 bad endings in this hour, which is pretty funny.
Although one of them's probably undone at this point.
We got
maybe more than one? Let's see if let's look at the time chart.
Yeah, I'll check the time chart just before we finish off. Because I think Oh yeah, because Minorikawa fixed Maria's bad end.
Yeah, Minorikawa fixed Maria's bad end, but we don't know if Minorikawa was still in a Doom timeline.
Minorikawa, I think, is in a keep out.
Yeah, but like... Yeah, Minorikawa is still doomed.
Yep,
Because
still gonna
Kanosa's the
explode.
bad end. That's funny.
It's so funny that Osawa's first one is here.
Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be a while till we get to Osawa because of that. We don't need a hint, I think. I think we're just like...
Yeah, we're figuring it out. This is like the end of the stream for today anyway, because like it's been about 4 hours, so that's my usual time. You know, where things are heating up. I'm excited to see where things go from here. This hour seems like it's quite intense. Everyone in Shibuya will die. Stream title for next stream. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me, Soul, and everyone else. Maybe add fictional. Yeah, fictional, not real, not true. Yeah. I'll tag it with not terrorism. Fake. Tag it with lies. Anyway. Thank you for coming to the stream.
Thank you!
And we'll see you all next week. We're making progress.
Woo!
Goodbye for now. And, I don't have any parting words. Flim flam.